No, no one, wanna fall apart, and I need you now tonight, and I need you all forever, and if you hold me close. Oh, I graced your lovely voices with that sound of an angel because I am glad you are here today because it is Friday. I am 3C. This is alive, and it is 3C Friday live stream. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hello, my beautiful and wonderful movie peeps. Thank you so much for being here. It is so nice to see all your. Oh, meep, huh? AI mother. What is okay? Hmm. Where's AI father? It's so great to see all you guys here. We got a couple of fun topics to discuss here, some things, and I'm sure you guys can add on and we can build from there. But going off the list of some of the things we're going to talk about here, guys, is we got an update on the next live action Lilo and Stitch movie and some of the major changes they're doing. Will it be enough to get us excited? 24 Jump Street got announced the moment I posted this week's side flick. So hey, we'll be able to talk about it here on the live. And why did they skip 23 Jump Street? Spider-Man leaks just continue to get crazier and crazier. I thought we could discuss them, get into them, and really don't have a plan for that, but it's still just such a crazy thing that it's happened, and we'll see what I come up with when we talk about it. Just Spider-Man in the thumbnail. It helps, okay? You're here, aren't you? You're here. It worked. All right. But the probably the craziest thing I want to discuss here is all these updates with the Batman Part 2. We got the beginning of filming. Matt Reeves posted our first photo. So filming has now officially begun. Um, but the casting. We thought we knew who was playing who and maybe what was happening. We were wrong. We were thrown for a loop, and M. Night Shyamalan could not have predicted these twists. So we're gonna get into that. And life happens, things got in the way. I was unable to do the scary movie ranking, but I still promised it to you. So we will do it here live, and we will talk about each scary movie at the end of this and rank it on Letterbox here. So, oh, it is just nice to see all you guys. Let's see. Hello, Christopher. Oh, it's my government name and everything. Come on, man. Bro, I left Jerkmate for now. That site is for amateurs. Now you want to go to X videos. I don't know that website. I've never known, chump. Happy Friday. Happy everything. Hi, 3C. I'm a big fan of yours and work, and I'm your biggest. Okay, cool. Love it. Love it all. Good stuff to see here. So, okay, let's just kick it off then. Let's see. So that's what you said. Bro knows ball. Yes, yes. I do it for the giggles. I do it for the giggles. All right, it's my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Chip Cynical. Oh my. Oh, that's that guy who just does all this dramatic Oscar-worthy acting. I don't know how he doesn't have like a brain hemorrhage with how much he forces himself to cry. This guy. This what? What do you mean my daughter died? Oh, and my wife was in the car? No. Lord, why have you forsaken me? Oh, and my puppy too. And it just gave birth to 10 other puppies. It's just like, oh. And there's people who sit down and watch the whole thing and go, Martin Scorsese needs to hire this guy. It's crazy. It's wild. So oh my goodness. Uh but yeah, let's just move on. I think we've got enough cringe going on with that intro. All right. We do have my Toy Story 5 reaction. Could we you want guys want to do that? We'll start that with the warm up. Your boy has seen Toy Story 5, okay? I've experienced it. I've witnessed it. I had a tear fall from my eyes. I obviously can't give a full review right now. Embargo isn't up until the 16th, and I do have some negatives and nitpicks and things that other people I think will be a little weary on with this movie. But here, let me just read my reaction, give a little bit more. I can't divulge too much into a full review, but it says here, with Toy Story 5, I feared the tech and toy plot would be cliche, but they freaking nailed it. I love this. Not just a good film, but a worthy sequel in line with parts 2 and 3. Love 4, but understand it's divisive. Jesse and Bonnie's story hit me emotionally. I can't wait to see it again. And that's true. I honestly want to see it again. I can't wait. I think they nailed it in my opinion. Like I said, there's still it's not like a perfect 10 out of 10, but I feel this one is more going to please people uh the way parts 2 and 3 did, as opposed to 4, where in fact I rewatched 4 today cuz I was just in that Toy Story mood, and I was like, I can't believe people hate this one. But I guess when you watch the ending, you really do like, or like, dang man, Woody just left and they split up. Like, it's such a bold ending. It's like I understand why some people were so like against that ending and felt it ruined everything. We'll get to it when I do my reviews on those movies, but um here with this, I think they do such a good job with the story. I don't see how you walk away going, they're just ruining this franchise. I think they handle all that well. Now that's I think the only thing, well, no, there's more things. But one of the main things that will be kind of hard to swallow, when they said Jesse's the main character. Oh man, that was true. Woody and Buzz, or I would say like for the first time in the franchise, Woody is a side character in this story. And like as Woody is my favorite character, man. Yeah, like I love Woody. It was kind of it was another bold choice to like Woody is a side character. He's as much a supporting character as any of the others have been, and Jesse is front and center. And so that I think might hit some people like that, along with a couple of other things. Again, I'll get into in my review, but overall, I think they nail it. I think this again shows that Pixar magic where you're like, man, they did it. So we'll see. What I actually did like the Taylor Swift song. She doesn't have any lines in the movies. Everybody thought she was going to be the unicorn or something. Unless I missed it, there are no lines of Taylor Swift, but her song at the end, yeah, nice. I liked it. Wasn't bad. Woody's ad, yeah, throwback to the Super Bowl commercial. They said, expect a Toy Story ad. Let's put Woody in Levi's and have him twerk. What? This one's PG. We're allowed to do that. Which is true. This one is PG and all the others have been G. I think there's probably one reason for it, and that's all the toilet humor thanks to Conan O'Brien's character of, was it Potty? I think his name's Potty or something. We'll get into it more, but overall, looking forward to it. On the 16th, I'll dive more into more details and things with the movie, but I think it's a big thumbs up. I think it's a big thumbs up. All right. What were we talking about? Lilo and Stitch now. Lilo and Stitch. It's funny that we're talking about this because Lilo and Stitch, I feel, has a similar kind of controversy. This live action version of the first one that they made has a similar controversy to the end of Toy Story 4. Where, okay, if you haven't seen the live action, spoilers, spoilers, just Woody's ass on the screen the whole stream. Is Woody's ass. um, People were pissed because by the end of this movie, Nani, which I believe is the sister's name, decides to let Lilo live with a neighbor so she can go to college and move forward. And people were pissed. They're like, I thought Ohana meant family. Ohana means abandon your family. Blah, blah, blah. I maybe I'm crazy and I still see all the hate. I actually love that this movie, the live action, touched upon Nani lost her parents too. Nani suffered just as much, and her life shouldn't be completely put on pause just to take care of Lilo. And I think even with the neighbors becoming Ohana, that goes into the theme. It's like Ohana doesn't just have to mean your blood relative. It could be your neighbor. It could be your friend. It could be a blue alien who crashes down on Earth and goes, ha, ha, ha. That's my best Stitch. So it worked. It wasn't perfect. Of course, the original is still best, but I did not hate that ending. I thought, like, yes, let Nani. She has a portal gun where she can appear in Lilo's room in 5 seconds. All right, come on now. I said what I said. I've said what I said. Um, okay, whatever the case, the movie made $1 billion, and Disney was like, "Well, yeah, that's why we sell like 300 different Stitches, man." I think they make more money on Stitch merch than anything else. I really would love to. Let me see. Let me find out. How much money does Disney make on Stitch merchandise? Yes, I typed like a fifth grader. Stitch is one of Disney's top 10 best-selling franchises. Retail sales of Stitch themed merchandise surpassed 4 billion globally, grossing mostly from 2.6 billion the previous year. That is crazy. No, Stitch is a big seller, all right? So of course they're going to continue that on and make a sequel. But they are going to listen to the feedback and they're going to change things up, and one of the first things is getting rid of that Marcel and the Shell director and bringing back the OG Chris Sanders. Chris Sanders here is now set to direct a sequel to the live action Lilo and Stitch remake. Sanders co-created and co-directed the original animated film. He is also the voice of Stitch. But hey, if you can't do it, man, I just gave you my
Huh? Oh, Hannah, my family. Oh, Stitch got rest.
I don't know, man. I think I could pull it off if you hand me a check, Disney. Okay. And even in the article, if you do, because I know people will bring up, oh, okay, so they're gonna adapt Stitch has a glitch, which I believe was the second movie, and this was in the era where Disney movies went straight to DVD. They didn't even bother. Like, they had Stitch has a glitch, where like it says, Stitch has a glitch. There was also the animated series, which I think is the route they should go, with just having a bunch of different little experiments run around and get all those cool powers. And you got to include Ruben. How do you not include Ruben, right? But no, here it says the story will be a brand new story. It will be an original story. And if it's from the original one of the original creators of Stitch, I don't think it could be too mad, and they'll probably do something in line. So I think this is a good direction. We got a release date right there, May 26, 2028. Um, I think it could still make another Billy. Like I said, Lilo and Stitch is very popular, but I do think regardless of what the original story is, you should still include a Reuben. You should still include multiple different experiments, and you need to recast Zach Galifianakis. Okay, because what was that voice? That voice? What's that dude's name? I can't even think of his name. Lilo and Stitch cast. That voice took me by Jumba. Okay, yeah, dude. I- The guy had a thick Russian, well, not even Russian. I don't even know what it was, but just a regular guy going, Blakely, we got to go to the In and Out and McDonald's. It didn't cut it. I mean, you gated up with Bleakley. Well, Billy Magnus. We can all do a little sass. We can all do a little. Hi, Stitch. This ain't really Bleakley's voice, but I like to think it is. Oh, you experiment 626? Oh, good thing you're not experiment 67. Is that still popular? Hmm. I'm finding out I have an art for voice acting right now. Somebody from Hollywood is going to contact me. Someone said Cleveland Brown. I gave Cleveland Brown during that. Okay. All right. And yes, Gone to is for sure, right? I mean, you got to throw them in there. So, although they say original story, I think in the end it'll be an amalgamation of things we've seen in the Stitch world that'll make more sense in live action. And this actually kind of excites me, man, because Lilo and Stitch, although there is things to work off of, because like I said, the Stitch has a glitch. There's the animated series and things like that. This is literally the first time in all their live action movies the sequel will be an original story. Okay, I guess you can count the Mufasa movie, right? But man, I did not like what they did there. It was fine, and I mean, I got my vocal fry for like 3 months. What did you say about my brother? Don't talk about my brother. Totally off tune and not even the correct melody, but best believe that's all I was saying 3 months after watching that movie. Um, and that movie was just, how did Rafiki get his stick? He picked it up off the ground. How did that rock where they held Simba happen? Like, it was just unnecessary explanation to the most random stuff. Someone said Mufasa Sonic. I don't get. Wow, we have a traitor in our midst. Yeah, dude, come on now.
You need to leave!
But in the end, Mufasa did win. Mufasa ended up making more money than Sonic 3 when everyone was like, Sonic 3 is gonna win by a landslide. But you underestimate how much overseas people love realistic lions talking. So I guess we did have it with that, but still, I feel, and that was a prequel though. Okay, there we go. It's working. The wheels are turning as I stream, guys. You're seeing it in real life. All I'm saying is, I think this has the potential. This could be good. Reminder also, this movie had a pretty low budget because it was originally going to go to Disney Plus. So it didn't even have all that much faith in it. Oh, they're going to go much bigger. I'm expecting space battles. I'm expecting Gone 2, several different experiments. And like I said, a recast of Zach Galifianakis. If not, make Pleakley twice as gay. That'll make it up for me, if I'm being honest. Okay, let's go. You guys let me know, what are you looking forward to with Lilo and Stitch? What you think they could do? What storylines from other Stitch movies or cartoon shows do you think they should put in there? And who should be cast as Reuben? Tom Holland? I could be Reuben. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, moving on. Someone said, "Did you see the Gato?" I guess we could talk about that. I didn't put that on the agenda. I could talk about that. I guess it didn't come up to me because I didn't think the trailer was all that insightful into the story. So, we do have Gato. Got the first trailer for it because of Toy Story 5 coming out in the coming week. So this is our first little taste of it. Mark Ruffalo is the voice of the main cat, which again just goes to show you all those Facebook rumors and lies that Disney fired Mark Ruffalo and all that is BS, because bro's literally the main voice of their next big Pixar movie, so he's here to stay. But okay, just
Please, Rocco, it wasn't me.
Start yapping. Where is the tuna?
You have the wrong cat.
Tell the truth. The things are gonna get pretty ugly.
I was saving that tuna. Nero, focus.
Sorry.
Oh, I want it.
I would also like to do that.
No.
Ow, sorry.
Oh, I hate it.
Grab it.
Me, it's mine.
Gatto, which is Italian for gatto, which is Spanish for cat. Yeah, you learned something here on the 3C channel, guys. So just typical cat shenanigans. Good stuff. We've seen it done a thousand times. I was like, okay, I would have liked something better, especially knowing the plot of the movie. Because if you haven't heard, the plot is this cat, he just wants to like listen to jazz and music in the streets, but because he's a black cat, people don't like him. Do you think that's a metaphor? Okay. Again, wheels turning as we're going. What are you trying to say, Disney? But it's because of the superstition. Like you walk under a ladder, black cat walks by you, it's bad luck, something awful is going to happen. So everybody treats the cat terribly when he's like, I just want to listen to music, eh? Just give me some jazz. So it's kind of like Ratatouille, but with music, right? Because no one wants a rat in the kitchen, but the rat can cook. Let him cook. Something the kids say, right? Okay. So, excuse me? Yeah. Oh, someone said Giatto. Is that one even that's good? But yeah, it's gonna be again that kind of stuff. I'm excited for it. I'm interested, especially because it's also gonna have a new art style for Pixar. It looks like now they're trying to lean away from the classic Pixar look that they're known for and do more experimental stuff. and you can kind of see it. I don't know. It still feels kind of Pixar-y to me. But like they're made with more watercolor, I guess is what they said. You see it a little bit, but I could still feel the Pixar-ness. But I guess also if you told me this was, I don't know, DreamWorks or some other studio, I'd be like, oh, maybe. Uh, I'm still good. The funny thing with original Pixar movies, and this happens almost every time, every trailer for an original Pixar movie never gets me excited. Whether it was Up, whether it was Coco, whether it was I'm trying to think of like what other ones. Uh Anytime I see I'm just like, oh. I think the only one was Hopper, and that's because it was a funny one. The humor in there is what surprised me with Hopper's when she goes crazy, and then it's like, and the whatever the deer said, and they were roommates. That humor was pretty good, and the bear wanting to eat the fish, or all that. But yeah, a lot of times, oh, Elio especially, but that ended up kind of being uh on the money because I didn't think there was anything. But all I'm saying is it's typical for me not to be like, oh, crazy. In the end, it's Pixar. And they have been on a roll. Hoppers, Toy Story 5, Inside Out 2. What was the other Pixar movies that have come out now? Let me see. What's the last bad Pixar movie? Or a movie that I just didn't like all that much. Oh, Elio. So it was Elio. But yeah, that was the last run. Everything else that they're doing, I'm excited. I'm excited. So you guys let me know what you thought about the trailer for Gato. Where it was, oh, dude, I was still mad about this, you. I think about this now once a week now, just Lightyear, because I I love the Buzz Lightyear character, but I also love the Buzz Lightyear aesthetic. Did you guys see that that Buzz Lightyear car? Oh my goodness, dude. I think it was a Porsche, or I can't even spell Porsche because I can't even afford it. But dude, look at this beauty. Look at this bad boy. Ooh, dang, man, what I would do. And they made 3 of them. They had a Jesse version and a Woody. They totally botched the Woody version. The Woody version, I'm like, what were y'all thinking? What was your thought process? But the Buzz one, dude, it's sick. It looks so cool, and the interior is awesome. With it, but I was thinking about that because I was like, I really wanted Lightyear to be such a smash hit. I wanted those movies like the animated cartoon show. And although I ended up liking Lightyear and I was okay with it, I think they went the wrong way with the aesthetic, with the story. It should have been a vibrant, hyper, just space adventure in the sky with aliens and all this stuff. And they went way too realistic, way too grounded. Even though I liked the Lightyear suit, it was still kind of like, this Buzz Lightyear, it just looks awesome for a reason, right? So I hope one day they actually try again with Lightyear, but they do it like the animated series, and it's just this vibrant, fun color. I want that car. Can we have a Kickstarter so I can afford it? It's a one of one, so it'll probably sell for like $10 million. But you guys got me, right? You guys got me, right? Let's get the super chats going for the Buzz Lightyear car. Come on now. Just kidding. Please don't. All right. Let's move on now to talk about some more stuff. The backers don't say, hell nah. Nah, you're on your own, Chief. Thanks, chat. Thanks. Oh, Valentin said, sure. All right, I expect the donation, bud. I expect it. All right, let's move on to talk about 24 Jump Street. Wow, what a fun announcement. So, 21 Jump Street when it first came out. I remember watching it in theaters, dude. I don't even think I was doing YouTube when this one came out. I was just a regular old 1 ticket, please. And it was one of the funniest movies in a long time. Great pairing between Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. Good comedy, good cameo by Johnny Depp in there, and what they do with his character and the way they connected it to the original show that it's based on. But it worked so great as a reinvention, because that the show originally was something kind of serious with probably some humor melodrama, but they like really turned it into almost a spoof of buddy cop films. And there were copycats. There were copycats. We had the Baywatch copycat, where it was taking again old TV shows and trying to do the 21 Jump Street comedy. And I really wanted this one to be good, but nah, it just didn't have it. The Zac Efron was insanely shredded though. I still, when that movie plays on TV and I look at Zac Efron in that, I'm like, how? Where? Teach me. Dude's ding dong got stuck in a chair. And Logan Paul was in, or what was it, Jake Paul? Jake Paul makes a cameo. That was probably your, or Logan. I get them confused, all right? Whatever, one of the Paul bros was in there as a cameo. We had that one, and then there was Chips. You guys remember Chips? This was another one. It was based on a TV show back in the day. Two cops who just ride on their, was it motorcycles or whatever, and then do do stopping the law. I remember when I saw this one in theaters and I hated it. It was not funny. It was not good, but it's the same thing. It's like take an old TV show, inject the 21 Jump Street humor, and if there was more of these guys, let me know, because these were definitely all inspired from 21 Jump Street. But either way, great first movie, great second movie, actually lived up to the name. And for the longest time, we heard 23 Jump Street was in the works, right? That it would be happening. And the great ending in the second movie where they had all the sequels, all that stuff. Well, Channing Tatum was a couple weeks ago said, no, we want this movie to happen. I've read the script. It's the funniest script for a third movie. But there is one greedy producer who does not want to take a pay cut, and everyone else involved with the movie has agreed to a pay cut just so the film can happen. And you know what? I don't blame them. While this movie will probably do well in theaters because it's now an IP and people remember it, and it's even been long enough that there's some people that grew up on it. Because I think I was in high school when the first one came out. Let me just double check, guys. Sorry, I'm reminiscing. 21 Jump Street. Yes, I was still in high school. This came out when I was still in high school. And to just show you how long ago that was, this year is my 13 years from graduating from high school. So it's been a long time, but I was a junior in high school then when this one came out. And so there are people that like remember it. There's nostalgic for this, but think about the comedies that come out now. What's that Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa one? That wasn't so bad. I thought it was okay. I can't even remember the name. But that's where streaming movies go now. Streaming movie, there was like that John Cena and Zac Efron one where like John Cena plays an actor. But it's like comedies now don't perform in theaters. You could have something like a scary movie come out. It's technically a comedy, but it's an IP. It has this history behind it and people wanting it. And 21 Jump Street fits that, but you can't just drop a rated R comedy in theaters without many people knowing. Oh, Playdate was awful. With what was it? The Kevin James and Alan Richson. It's just stuff like that just unfortunately doesn't work. And the only ones that do okay, because even Naked Gun didn't make all that much money. It did get good reviews, but it didn't make that much money. But then again, that's an IP that it has a history behind it. Either way, so with that, it makes sense. But the caveat of this all is it's not going to be called 23 Jump Street. It's going to be called 24 Jump Street. And even the producer of the movie posted this picture with the title and the script saying, it took us so long to make, we had to skip one. Already with the funnies. I love this, man. I love that they do this. And again, it works because this franchise is technically a parody of these buddy cop films, of the or even just the comedy genre in itself, which I think is kind of a little unheard of to be doing that, to spoofing a spoof. But it's working and they always have fun with it. Like one of the best gags in that first movie is when they're waiting for the explosion to happen and there's like a gas tank and there's like helium tanks and all this. And what does cause the explosion? A truck full of chickens. Huh? So with this, they're going to have so much fun with why they skipped 23 Jump Street. I definitely feel it's going to be the inside joke of the whole movie, that there was an adventure we missed out on, and they're probably going to reference it over and over, or that could be the basis of it. I would hope it'd be awesome, but I doubt it. That maybe the previous adventure was the Men in Black crossover movie. Now, it's funny, this week we're talking about a bunch of Sony hacks, especially with Spider-Man and the possibility of that movie leaking online, because back in 2014, there was a major Sony hack. I think these were actually related, though, to the Seth Rogen and James Franco movie that I can't remember the name, but the movie was about a journalist going to North Korea to kill Kim Jong-un. And yo, they were like, "You're making what a movie?" That was a crazy time. Movie had to be pulled from theaters because bomb threats and all this. But I think that's what the sources, the interview, thank you. But believe that's what the sources was of the hacks, right? And we learned a lot from those emails and hacks, stuff even about like Amazing Spider-Man 3 and the plans with that. But one of the things we learned is they were seriously planning a Men in Black and 21 Jump Street crossover movie. That first time hearing that, you're like, huh? Sony done lost their marbles. They are crazy. What are you doing? And then you think about it for 5 seconds, and then you go, where is this movie? Because I need to see it immediately. Like, it is definitely the weirdest crossover, but after what they tried to do with that Men in Black reboot with Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson, love those actors, did not like that movie. Just such a bland look and generic look into the Men in Black world. Something like this would be so much fun, and you could easily fit it into the world because the Men in Black work in secrecy. You have a mission that involves the two. They get involved. They help out. They save the day. And then end of the movie, look right here for me. Phew. Never happened. And then we could do another movie where they don't even have to know aliens exist. So I would actually love it if that's the opening of 24 Jump Street, is the ending of MIB 23, and they're getting mind wiped, and the whole movie there could be inside jokes to aliens. You're like, that guy looks kind of funny. He blinks sideways. I don't know, there's something about that. I don't know, right? That'd be awesome, especially since people are aware of this, that this was a possibility. But if not, they're gonna have a funny reason for why they skipped 23 Jump Street. It's gonna work in the context of the movie. I'm just excited. Now, some people have brought up Jonah Hill isn't as likable as he used to be. He's definitely a lot skinnier now too, which is going to be crazy how they go about explaining it. That's Jonah Hill right there. If y'all don't know, that's him. Bro's under me. I could be Jonah Hill now with the way I look. I mean, good on him. He's lost a ton of weight. I've never even seen him in this outfit. Damn, that's crazy. I wish I could pull off leopard or whatever that is, but that's Jonah Hill now. So I wonder if he's gonna beef up a little bit. You know what? He looks fine right here. He looks good. Yeah, this will work. They could be an inside joke about he wanted to just get as fit as Channing Tatum. All this, okay. Here's my theory on how it's gonna go down with this movie. If they don't do the Men in Black thing, it's gonna be a plot like the first Scooby-Doo movie, the James Gunn Scooby-Doo, where 23 Jump Street was an adventure that caused them to split up. And then that's where we have it, right? So think of the opening of James Gunn Scooby-Doo, an adventure doing something, but they save the day, they're successful, but they realize, I can't work with you anymore, man. We've grown apart. We're two different people. I can't. See you. Deuces. Flash forward 10 years, because it's kind of been that. And now something happens that needs them two back. Ice Cube's character dies. Somebody kills Ice Cube. And now they got to rejoin up. And a lot's changed. He's fit. He's skinnier now. Make Channing Tatum fat. Just do it, right? Put him in a fat suit and just have that be it, right? Central Intelligence. Yeah, honestly. So Channing Tatum marries. I don't know how that fits into the plot, buddy, but okay, let's sure. Why not? But same. I am excited to see Jonah Hill be funny again. Because I do think he's very funny when he can be. So yeah, and whoever else they throw in there and things like that, I'm into it. So I'm excited for this. I can't wait to see what they do. Highly anticipating it. And it'll be another instance of comedies are back, y'all. So you guys let me know your your theories, your thoughts. What do you think is going to be the explanation for why we didn't get 23 Jump Street? Love to hear it down below. Okay, let's talk about these Spider-Man leaks, man. I gotta be careful, man, because man, just looking them up, we could be in some trouble, right? But if you haven't caught up with this yet, Sony is their password, I don't know what it is, but somebody figured it out and was just leaking everything, right? We got to see the leak trailer, which maybe I could just pull up that. The leak trailer with just a giant X on it looking like this. And you know what's funny? Every day since the original leak, which was like on Monday, it's been leaking again in higher quality every time. And you know what's funny? Whoever continues to up the quality and remove the X also tags me in it constantly. And so Sony's gonna be like, this 3C Films guy's behind this. But let's see. I'll risk it a little bit. Oh, look, and they're taking it down. Which, note this, Sony is taking it down. They are not happy with this. There were instances back in the No Way Home days, which lets me think those were purposeful. But if you think about No Way Home era and the leaks that came out then, stuff like this photo, the look at Tobey Maguire's dick photo, all of that, these photos, which your boy thought they were fake, these photos were circulated online everywhere. Not a single takedown, not a single copyright. This instance was smart for Sony because they're like, we get the word out that Toby and Andrew are in there, but we don't put them as part of the marketing. And so they would let these leaks just float around, be out there. Like literally, these are all of them. You could post these and nothing bad would happen to you on Twitter. Nothing would go on. You could just move forward. This instance, no. You post it, they're copyrighting, they're taking down. See, like over here, these are shots from the trailer and things like that. Now, I think it's a little different in this day and age because there are photos coming out, but people are upscaling them with AI, and it's just ruining things. Like whenever they upscale the Spider-Man suit, they turn it into the Homecoming suit. Sometimes this AI upscaler. But anyways, that's been going on. We've been getting a lot of great and glorious shots of the movie, which honestly, those two trailers just look awesome. I can't wait to dive into them deeper, right? But Sony is definitely trying to settle with all this. And there's other things going on. Like we know the trailer comes out on Wednesday, the 17th, when tickets go on sale, which, hey, I'm thinking that's when the Amazon Prime early screening tickets go on sale too. So, hey, get ready for that because you want to be able to watch that movie early. People right now are also wondering what the McDonald's collab is because people really, but there hasn't been a good McDonald's toy in forever. What's the last good McDonald's toy? Well, how do you even, whatever. They'll spell the rest of McDonald's for me. These are what's coming out in Australia, and these are like fidget toys. I'm assuming you just click them. I honestly like that backpack. I'd like that. It's just little fidget clickers. And now we got these. We don't know if these will be the American release, but just Spider-Man hanging on the McDonald's sign. This is a John Campea, Tobey Maguire Dick situation, right? Because it's like, hey, this is going to get around because it's Spider-Man. Let me put my logo on it. Works, makes sense. But I can't remember the last time there was Minecraft. Were the Minecraft toys that good? I do not believe you. Let me look up this. Minecraft McDonald's toys. Oh, you're right. These were kind of cool. I did like these. Where they Minecrafted up classic McDonald's. Okay, you're right. These were cool. I take it back. So the Minecraft movie was the last time. What other time? I just out of curiosity, if anybody else has other times. Someone said Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft. Okay, Pokemon cards. I don't know about that. Just some Pokemon cards. Did you see the Spider-Man leaker obsessed with you? Yeah, that's what I was talking about, that the leaker just like tagged me in it endlessly. I was like, buddy, please, no. You're going to get me in trouble. It's giving, Ah, they caught us. They caught us. Oh, I guess we're getting sued, you and me, Chris. No, buddy, you're leaking it and tagging me. I had nothing to do with this. Let me see what else. Let's see. Space Jam. Oh yeah, the Space Jam ones were cool. I like the Space Jam ones. Okay, either way though, with all that in mind, there is one aspect of the spider leaks I want to talk about, which I'll probably talk about again when the trailer comes out. But it's making me think now whenever they do the symbiote storyline, which we know is probably coming. Right? Let me see here. Symbiote suit for Tom Holland, because we had a concept art of it. We know they're gonna do this. Whether they go off whatever the symbiote that was left behind by Tom Hardy, I honestly think they'll just scrap that and do a different one. It probably won't even look like this. It will be different. But one thing from that leak that is coming apparent, if you've seen it now, there's the Scorpion fight. And so such a good opening for the trailer. It's one of the trailers, but it's Scorpion fighting Spider-Man. Scorpion's kind of kicking his butt, and then Spider-Man's new mutation kicks in, where it looks like it kicks in whenever it's like a last resort. It's a final instinct, which I kind of like that, right? It's your animal instinct kicking, your fight or flight kicks in, and then Tom's eyes go black, like we've seen in the other trailers, and then he just goes crazy on Scorpion, tossing him around, flipping him up, no mercy, silence. And you know, Spider-Man fans know if Spider-Man is not quipping, you're in danger. That's when boy's not playing anymore, right? But admittedly, that type of behavior, that type of action from Spider-Man feels more in line with what some of us know the symbiote to be, because that's become the popular route, is the black symbiote turns you into... turns you dark, turns you anger, and the longer you wear it, the darker you get, the more evil you get. I think now the MCU is not going to do that version, and you know what? It makes sense. One, the MCU version of Spider-Man does not like to do what has been done before. They've made that very clear with their previous trilogy. They want to be different, even if it means sacrificing crucial Spider-Man elements that we love. I mean, this Peter isn't even a photographer, doesn't even work for the Daily Bugle, tons of stuff. I mean, it's just now in his fourth movie, A Brand New Day, that Kevin Feige's like first Spider-Man movie with classic Spider-Man elements, right? And well, Sam Raimi popularized the evil trope with Spider-Man turning evil when he has the symbiote. That wasn't originally in the comics. In fact, in the comics, it wasn't even like a goo. It was an actual suit, like with cloth he could wear. So I do wonder then what the drawback will be to wearing the symbiote, because it's not just about the evil factor that's gone now, and that the other benefit to wearing the symbiote is a power boost. The symbiote also gives Spider-Man that power boost. If he had web shooters, the symbiote made it so he didn't need the web shooters and had organic web. It also made him stronger, his spider sense better. He could leap farther. He could do a lot more stuff. Spider-Man's also already getting that upgrade in Brand New Day with the mutation. He's getting organic web. He's getting stronger. So it really is leaving the question, what is the point of doing the symbiote storyline if all the symbiote elements are being done already in the previous movie? What things are you going to include in? Are they still going to try and do the thing where like, oh, but the symbiote wants to take over Spider-Man, but not, because again, I'm not following the rules of the Tom Hardy movie. I know people are like, yeah, but it's going to be the Tom Hardy version. They established in the Tom Hardy movies, even then, the symbiote is different in other universes. Although they're connected through a hive mind through the multiverse, the symbiote works differently in other worlds. And this technically is a different world. So I don't know that. Will it have a voice in his head talking to him going, Peter, give me some chocolate and we can goon. You know? I was like, whoa, my God. Okay, whatever you say, suit. Like, I wonder what will be then. So it makes me a little worried about the storyline and what they will do and what will happen to Spider-Man when he wears it. Because again, it feels like a lot of those elements are being played in. I don't mind the theories that Scorpion will be the one to get the symbiote in a future movie. If anything, I'm okay with that. It's happened in the comics. The actor has been hinting at it on his Instagram stories. Uh, and again, if Spider-Man badly injures him with break his arm or do something to really hurt, and the symbiote is kind of like his only way to feel good and alive. What a great excuse to use that against Spider-Man, but can't have a symbiote storyline without Spider-Man putting it on once or twice, right? So I am curious. I'd love to know from you guys what you think they will do then when the black suit storyline comes, because I was noticing that with the leaked trailer. I was like, man, they a lot of these things that could work with the black suit, they're doing already. So I wonder what will be the angle or the point. But yeah, let me see here. For the most part, Peter gets rid of the symbiote in the comics because he was freaked out. It was a living costume that would unwillingly. Oh, that's it. That you're right. That'd be an interesting angle to go. So like, I do remember that is something that happens when Peter would go to sleep. The symbiote would wear him and just do crime fighting things without him knowing. So maybe just that Peter doing things unwillingly. Maybe scrap the symbiote. No, dude, we still have to get the symbiote. Okay, I need it, dude. I want it. Give him tentacles from the games. I'd be okay with that. Venomous Hulk. That'd be crazy. I don't think it'll happen in this movie, but that would be crazy. But yeah. We shall see how it goes. Again, I don't want to talk about everything on the leak trailer, and I'll try and answer this question during the trailer breakdown. Someone's already asked me, because this is a rumor going around that they're saying there's a possibility Peter dies at the end of this movie, where I'm like, well, we know he won't die. Something will bring him back to life. People are saying like it'll be the symbiote brings him back to life, or this and that. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to believe that stuff. I still want to have some surprises with this movie. I hope that isn't the case, but we'll see. We'll see. You guys let me know. All right, let's talk about this Batman stuff, man, because it is crazy. Okay, the Batman Part 2. Let's start off with the Matt Reeves photo. So Matt Reeves, like a boss, posted a photo, which thank you, Matt. You've been way more active. The first shot of the Batman Part 2 is here. Come on, I gotta get some. Do I have like a? No, I need like a sound bite that's like heavenly. Like this is the closest thing. Okay, but we got our first shot of the Batman part. Oh, you know what? This will. Oh, Goblin Blum. I gotta put this on. Sorry, it's Batman talk. October 31st. Oh, yeah. Good stuff, man. I can't wait to put the full suit back on, though, when the real news starts to pop in. But we got our first photo, our shot of the clipboard. We got the symbol there. I'm liking that they're still using the red, because I love me the red involved. We thought they would be going. And again, it is just the behind the scenes. Whenever marketing begins, they probably won't do red just to differentiate itself from the marketing in the first movie. But if they stick to red still, I'd love it, because I like all the red coloring involved with Robert Pattinson's Batman universe. But we have here the first shot, and it looks like it is of a dead body, probably getting inspected, and Batman and Gordon are there trying to figure out, I don't know about you, Gordon, but I think this guy's dead. Credits. Dun, 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 dun. It's going to be peak, right? So it has begun. It has started. But today, we got major updates. And I know the source is probably not everybody's favorite source, but we still got to talk about it. Jeff Snyder has updated us on the casting, because if you guys remember a couple live streams ago, I talked about this, that there was murmurings that maybe Sebastian Stan would not be playing Harvey Dent, that he could be playing a different villain, and that some of these other roles are different people. And we're like, well, it's just a small rumor. Now those rumors have gotten a lot crazier. Let me bring it up now, because now the new thing that is coming up for the Batman is this. Sebastian Stan is rumored to actually be playing Victor Zsasz in the Batman Part 2, and Brian Tyree Henry is actually rumored to be playing Harvey Dent. Now, again, we're going to take it with a grain of salt. It comes from Jeff Snyder. He's definitely gotten stuff right, so that's why you pay attention to him, and that's why he even gets the Discussing Films post, because he's gotten enough stuff right that you want to pay attention when he mentions it, but there's been instances where he's gotten it wrong. Okay, but looking at it now, based on the information we got, this is a left turn. This is like what? This is it's making me I don't know how to feel about it because like Sebastian Stan, oh, he was gonna be perfect as Harvey Dent. I mean, even looking at some of that fan art that got put up of Two Face with Sebastian Stan, like, oh dude, it just looks so good. I believe this was like his stylist who posted this, and I was like, it looked like that would be so cool, even if they'll probably do a different thing. But like you could see him as Harvey Dent, you could see him as a Two Face, but maybe that's Matt Reeves. He's like, it's too perfect. It's too on the nose. It's boring. That's sometimes a thing in Hollywood where, like, the perfect choice is actually just the boring choice. They're going to give you exactly what you expect. And in the end, it's not that fun. And he likes to play with expectations. Go back to the days when he announced Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne. Internet lost their minds, ended up being one of the best decisions for the movie. And I mean, also in the Batman franchise, has been no stranger to strange castings with like Heath Ledger as Joker. That got tons of hate until we saw that performance. Um, so we'll talk about Brian Tyree in a sec, but him as Victor Zsasz, okay. Not the villain I was thinking would be part of this movie, not who I wanted. But I guess it makes sense for the world Matt Reeves is creating. His is a very grounded, a realistic world. And so picking a Batman villain whose whole thing is I kill people and mark them on my body, hey, that's doable. I think we could only use 2% of CGI for something like that. Very easily done. And even looking further into Victor Zsasz' story, there's some parallels with Bruce Wayne they could draw in there because he was a rich guy, had a good family, all that growing up until parents were killed. Uh, then he lost like a major gambling bet with the Penguin, was going to jump off a bridge in Gotham until he was about to be mugged. And then he killed the mugger. And then he basically had like a jigsaw John Kramer moment where he's like, I'm going to kill those who don't appreciate their life. And I'm also going to mark my body. And there we go. So, like, there's a parallel. It's like the dark path that Bruce Wayne could have taken. It's the darker route he could have gone. And there's that parallel there because he was also rich, family died, all these things, right? So there's that could happen. But, man, I don't know if this is main villain material. Again, there's no saying Sebastian Stan is even the main villain of the movie. Because now with this thrown into the mix, we thought he was Harvey Dent. And then that meant, was it, sorry, let me pull it up here. That his dad, Christopher Dent, and that his wife, Scarlett Johansson, which played Gilda Dent, would be part of the cast, and that would be the Dent family, and that let us speculate that maybe Court of Owls were in there. But now that he's not a Dent, it really does make me wonder. Then these cast members, hang on, these are not. Where's all the official stuff, dude? Come on now. Trying to get all the actual, how are there not photos of this stuff up of the Batman Part 2 cast? Either way though, but like I said, with Scarlett Johansson in them, and that now throws all that in question. It's like, so are they even dense? I don't think so. I think even in Jeff Snyder's article, he said they're not characters that are known in Batman lore. Instead, they're an amalgamation of other characters, but they still play a vital role in the movie. And he did say in his article he's hearing Court of Owls are involved. So I think Scarlett Johansson and the other actor could be part of that Court of Owls situation. And yeah, I'm back onto the Phantasm theories. Like, honestly, Scarlet Scarlett Johansson could be playing Phantasm. I wouldn't mind that again. All is to see. Now, let's go to the Brian Tyree one, because that's definitely the one that's making a lot of people kind of like, oh, dude. But you know what? And again, I can understand the hate, because you know me, race swapping, none of that matters to me. If the character's race matters with his development, well then yeah, that matters. You can't make Black Panther White Panther because it's the whole thing, right? I'm trying to think of other people. I mean, some people argue even Batman should stay white because it goes with his upbringing of white, privileged, with money. But and then flips, I still think you probably could. But in this instant, nothing about Harvey Dent says he needs to be a white guy, so it works. And we've had Billy D. Williams who portrayed him in the Burton verse, but he never got to be Two-Face. Okay, so like to me, it's never the race swapping part. To me, funny enough, with Two-Face, I have a half problem with this. One half that I'm totally fine with, I can see Brian Tyree Henry pulling off the Harvey Dent persona. That's the part where I'm like, if that's the case, and in this movie, Harvey Dent doesn't turn into Two-Face the whole movie, and he's just the district attorney, the lawyer, working alongside Gordon or this and that, I can see him nailing that down. I can see him being uh putting his own charm into it, being his own version of it, just a really great lawyer that knows how to work the system and get these criminals under. On that part, I'm like, oh, he's gonna nail that and he's gonna be great. The part I am having trouble seeing him then is when the Two-Face persona comes in. Uh because I have yet to have seen him in kind of a menacing role. I have yet to see him in a role that evokes this kind of uh I guess twisted fear that Two-Face can pull off. That's the part where I'm like, huh. But again, just because I haven't seen that from him doesn't mean it can't happen. So, but that's the only part of Two-Face where I'm like, I don't know if I can see him like that, and even how they would make the makeup work, and even in the Matt Reeves universe, the explanation for that. Christopher Nolan did a great job with like half on the ground with gasoline and being burnt with that. And the makeup on it was crazy with the CGI. So that's the only part of it where I'm like, huh, okay, I'm gonna have to see how that goes. Not to say he can't, because I do think he's a good actor, but that's the part of it where I'm like, okay, you're gonna have to sell me on that if that happens. But then again, I really did think from the moment they announced Harvey Dent, or rumors were that Harvey Dent was part of this movie, I figured he wouldn't even turn into Two-Face. I figured they would just use him as the lawyer angle and have that be part of the world. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, Megatron. Yeah, man. He's not gonna be Megatron anymore. That would have been awesome to see him go back. But that's the part of it that's off. And again, with him being a Dent, I think it throws Scarlett Johansson's character all that, because I don't think they'll pull the fan force stick explanation that, oh, he was adopted into the family and that's why everyone else in his family is white. It was like, if you go that far to exaggerate, either make all the characters the same race or don't. Like you don't have to do all these loopholes to make it work, right? But okay, this is one where I'm like, I bet he could prove me wrong. So going back to Zsasz though, I really hope Zsasz is not like the main villain. This could be another situation like the Spot in Spider-Verse. You guys remember when the first image of the Spot came out for the Spider-Verse? And everybody, if you weren't online, this was the first image of Miles fighting the Spot. And everybody was like, oh my god, they got the Spot in there. What a random character. Okay, that'll be a fun little scene to see him fight him for one scene. Nobody thought the Spot was the main villain of the Spider-Verse. Heck, even the big threat he's becoming into Beyond the Spider-Verse, everybody thought, and it's a theme in the movie, he's a joke villain. He's like someone you underestimate and think nothing of, but then he proves you wrong, right? Maybe it's that situation here with Victor Zsasz, where I'm like, really? Him as the main villain? I don't know. It just seems like a one-off side character kind of story, but prove me wrong. But Matt Reeves loves this serial killer angle, and it's I think he's named the Batman movies the epic crime saga. So they're all gonna meant to feel like these procedural detective hunting down the big killer, like Zodiac kind of vibe. Victor Zsasz is a twisted guy. I mean, marking himself and even more what he could do with the kills. It would be crazy. I would just be afraid. It would, yeah, like villain of the week stuff. I would just be afraid it'd feel a little too much like what they did with Riddler. You know, it's like, okay, he's killing people and I got to solve why. Okay, now here is where I'm going to ask you to reach with me, because I saw a post, which I'm just going to say, don't even know the credibility of this person, but I just was so fascinated with what they were saying. I had to bring it up as a point of discussion because I was fascinated with. So again, I don't know the credibility of this person, but when I saw it, it just felt like something I had to talk about. So this is coming from Fortress of DC, And they were saying that they have heard that they already had known and all. And again, could be talking out of their butt and for clout. But what they were saying, and they had previous tweets hinting at this information, which is why I before it became public online, which is why I'm gonna give them a little bit of leeway. But stay with me here with what they say, right? So first off, they say ScarJo plays the main villain in the film. We previously hinted that it would be Phantasm, and now we can confirm it. We don't know if it'll be an original version or if the character or the version we all know from Andrea Beaumont. And again, that makes sense with what Jeff Snyder was saying. Is Scarlett's character and her father are an amalgamation. So it could be Phantasm, but a new interpretation of it. I think that could work, especially if they tie it to the Owls and that organization. But this is the part that fascinated me and I think tied everything together with what we were hearing. Not this part. Hang on. Charles Dance plays Scarlett's father, and he's probably named Carl Beaumont. If they follow the storyline we all know or not, it might be an original name. Okay, this is the part though. We knew Sebastian Stan was playing another villain, but we didn't know it was Zsasz. This would tie in with what we heard a while ago about Bruce eventually being committed to Arkham Asylum. It's likely he encounters Zsasz and the Joker there. Everything just clicked. Everything we've been hearing, all these updates, these castings, everything. I just had Jimmy Neutron brain blast moment with reading that. Bruce gets framed from a crime. Hush. Copying his face, looking like him, framed for a crime, sent to Arkham like his mommy, because she was crazy too. Or what I hope doesn't happen. He's discovered as the Batman. They arrest him because he's a crazy guy dressing like a bat fighting people, and they send him to Arkham. And now a majority of this movie is going to be Bruce Wayne as an inmate in Arkham Asylum trying to figure his way out. Either to clear his name and fight Hush, who framed him, or I don't even, just to get out because it's like, I don't belong here. All right, the story potential for this could be, and again, might not even be at all what's happening, could be making it up, but when I saw this story detail floating around, I was like, oh, Matt Reeves might be cooking here. This could be awesome, and this would make sense. Batman would have to team up with the people he put in Arkham to get out, to prison break. Teaming up with Joker, teaming up with Victor Zsasz, an inmate in there, to try and find a way out. Oh, I like this. Someone said never cook again. Yo, really? You guys don't think this would be a cool story? I think this is awesome. Again, I don't believe this yet. It sounds half baked. I don't know. Like, again, Matt Reeves has all the more details, and I'm just trying to connect the dots with what I see them. And you say that a Batman movie with no Batman. I say a majority of the movie. It could be the middle of the movie. It could be a portion. But Matt Reeves spoiled us with the first Batman, because Batman was in character, in costume for what, 80% of the movie. And what has Matt Reeves been consistently saying whenever he talks about the next movie? Dive into the Bruce Wayne persona. Dive into Bruce Wayne. What is Bruce Wayne without his tech, without his money, without his gadgets? It's just his mind. And I think, I don't know, I see the potential for what this could be and what could happen. It's got cool elements, but sounds like it would be disappointing after seeing it all. It would be a bold direction. Again, I would not mind that as a story idea, to see Bruce go to Arkham, especially if he's being framed by Hush, who's copying his look, doing things under his disguise. Has to figure out a way out of Arkham. It could bring Barry Keoghan as Joker in there, and like, it'd be even crazier because if Bruce isn't known as Batman, then he has to keep that identity a secret in Arkham and just look like a crazy billionaire who wants to escape. I don't know, man. I like this idea, but I understand might not be for everybody, might be dumb. I kind of like it though. I feel like this would be a cool angle, but you're right. I could see people being disappointed because it's like, I want him as Batman. A Batman movie with no Batman. I want this, I want that. But I mean, it's like Iron Man 3, which I know is not the best example because that's even divisive, but Iron Man 3 took away the suit, and you had Tony not be Iron Man for a good portion of it. I don't know. I'm just reading again what the chat said. I thought y'all guys would see the vision. I thought you guys would be with me. This is why Matt Reeves and I were on the same wavelength. Him and I were like, we know. We know. I'm not giving you the story you need. I'm giving you the one you deserve. I like that. This is fire, not gonna lie. Okay, yeah. 5 years since the Batman is in. Yeah, I can see the vision. Might be the plot core canceled Arkham project, yeah. Because I feel like Arkham has to come into play, and I thought that would be something that would happen maybe in the third movie. Maybe that's the way this movie ends. That'd be crazy, right? That the movie ends with Batman's identity revealed. He gets thrown in Arkham, because technically what he's doing is illegal, even if he's helping the city. It's considered crazy because he's dressing up like a criminal. Third movie is full of Arkham breakout. Again, I'm just sticking stuff at the wall, but when I saw this, it made sense to me why Victor Zsasz would be a player in the movie, because I'm like, sure, it'd be crazy to see him go around, kill people, and mark himself, but it just does not feel like, for the 5 years we've waited for this movie, that's what we're getting, Victor Zsasz killing and marking. Doesn't feel that different from Riddler killing and then duct taping people with riddles left behind. I'm like, can we do something more? But if Zsasz is already a character, if Zsasz is already imprisoned and in Arkham and becomes like Bruce's bunkmate or next door neighbor, and he has to like work with them, I don't know. I feel like there could be an angle there. There could be an angle there, right? So just throwing it out there. Again, we'll see how it works. We trust Matt Reeves with all this, but I throw it off to you guys. You see some of these details, things going around, this crazy rumor I found from an account that I don't even know if we should trust. How do you see it? How do you feel about it? You guys let me know down below. Okay. That was the topics. Now we got to move on to the scary movie ranking. So it was me. I was the man who was the bat. You guys let me know. Okay. Let's go in. Let's do Letterboxd. Did I already close out of it? Dang, I did close out of it. Okay. I definitely need to like get consistent with my Letterboxd. You guys ask for it all the time, and I never do. Oh, side note, when I went to go see Toy Story 5, they had this machine where you can recreate the poster of Disclosure Day, and I don't know if it came out as cool as I thought it would. But I thought it was worth sharing with you guys. So I did my best to disclose the day. Steven Spielberg would be proud of me, I think. I tried really hard to look menacing, to look aura, to look, I don't know, whatever facial expression Emily Blunt is giving. And I look like my mom just yelled at me because she caught me eating my Halloween candy in one night. Disclosure Day. The files will be revealed. And not about aliens. Well, I have my Toy Story shirt. I was so ready. Look at me. I even clenched my hand like I'm going to fight the aliens myself. So that was a fun little marquee. I wish it looked better, but they even like did something with my eyes. I don't even know what they did. They tried enhancing them. It just didn't work, guys. So look out for Disclosure Day starring Chris from 3C. All will be disclosed. All right. Enough of that. The poster on Letterboxd just reminded me of it. So I had to share. All right. Okay. So, Scary Movie has now been out. I definitely want to give my ranking of the movies. Where's my lists? Lists. There we go. I had set it up. I believe I hit save. If not, I got to do it right now. Scary. Okay, well, it did not save. So let's create a new list right now. Scary Movie ranking. Now, in the chat. We're going to go through these. We're going to talk about these, the best, the worst. And I think opinions are going to be divided because we're going to be talking about what we love, what we hated, when they actually started to tear off, when they started to just get too dumb. And is there anything salvageable? I'm surprised with the amount of love for Scary Movie 4 sometimes. I've been seeing some people defend that one, and to me, that's when they went poo-pooey. Let me get one more in there. Scary Movie. All right, here we go. Got all of them here. Okay, so we got them set up. We're going to do this. Haven't seen Scary Movie 6 yet. I mean, it's not really the kind of movie you can even spoil. It's just a bunch of gags and stuff, and the best jokes are in the trailer. But I'll try and keep it spoiler free. So obviously, starting from the bottom to the top, it should be no question, dude. Scary Movie 5 is at the bottom of the list. Okay, I would really like for you in the chat as I'm talking for you to tell me your favorite moments from Scary Movie 5 because I can't think of any. In fact, I'll pull up the Letterboxd 5-star reviews because I also want to know what people even like about that movie because I can only think of one funny joke in the whole movie, and it's the scene where they make fun of Black Swan's editing and she's walking up to the building and they just do like cuts, reverse, back shot, forward shot, reverse. And it's like, okay, that's funny. That's clever. It's making fun of the over editing of Black Swan. I can work with that. Look at this graph ratio, man. It's not good. I just want to do 5-star reviews. I want to see what people say is great about this because I cannot. Mac Miller carried as F. Shout out, my boy. I will give that. But also, I hate that. I actually love Mac Miller. Like, legit. Like, I really like his music. I was very sad when he passed away because I thought he was a good artist. But I hate, honestly, all the celebrity cameos. That's one of the things that started to annoy me. So yeah, Snoop Dogg, you had Mac Miller. Cat Williams, I'll forgive because he's a comedian, so he throws in there. But it's just people where it's like, what are you doing here? What's going on? What are we doing? What's going on? Right? Like, it just wasn't me. R.I.P. Mac, though. Let me see. Okay, this movie was really good. Better than several of the scary films. It has everyone in it. Oh, yeah, there's a Medea. Effie Medea, Mike Tyson, Snoop Dogg. See what I mean? Mike Tyson is in there. Why? I understood all the references. Or was it a fake Mike Tyson? It was a fake Mike Tyson. Never mind. It was a fake Mike Tyson. I understood all the references. The story is kind of like Paranormal Activity, I think. So that was pretty cool. Also, worst movie to make a main movie. Who cares about Mama? Was that even a popular horror movie at the time? What a horrible pick for the main movie. I do not get, like, I don't even think this movie was that popular. Like, that's a crucial part of the Scary Movie franchise, and it showed you it was time to let the franchise rest because not enough iconic or popular horror movies were coming out for them even to make fun of. I know some people liked it. I honestly was not memorable to me. I don't even know this one. And you know another thing I hated? They started making fun of non-horror movies more, and it was just awful. When it was Planet of the Apes was in there. Okay, maybe that was also like it was a little funny at times. Just the costume and when they're beating up the ape, or when I forget his name, but one of the scientists like was talking to not Tyree. What was talking to Terry Crews. There we go. What was his last name? And he said, "These monkeys are just like you and me." He realizes how racist he sounded there. That was okay. Second funny joke in the movie, but it's like, why Planet of the? That's not a horror movie. It's barely a thriller. Like, that's an action sci-fi film. What are you talking about? And then there was also Inception. Why was Inception in Scary Movie with this fake Leonardo DiCaprio lookalike where he's rubbing his titties? Why was Inception something being made fun of in Scary Movie? It's like that belongs in epic movie, right? Because that was what it was, an epic movie. So yeah, and there was like a deleted scene of Ted, which again, Ted going down on freaking High School Musical. What was her name in High School Musical? I already forgot. But yeah, dude, I didn't even get to that part. I'm over here mad about so much with this movie. I didn't even get to that part. You got rid of Anna Faris and Regina Hall as Brenda. And what they replace her with? Kendra. Brenda, Kendra, great. Oh, love it. Brilliant. No. Sorry, Ashley Tisdale just does not have the same comedic chops. It did not work. I hated the Evil Dead sequence with Tyler Posey in there. Just and Bow Wow. What are we doing? No, man. I could. Isn't that her name? Not Ashley Tisdale? Am I getting it mixed up? Is it not Ashley Tisdale? I'm sorry. Yeah, Ashley. Oh, Ash. Is her name Ashley French now? I did not know her name was Ashley French. Pardon me. When did that happen? I don't know. But okay. Enough reasons why, though, this one's bad. Classic movie. I love it. I don't care what anyone says. I love Scary Movie. Lindsay Lohan here. Lindsay Lohan did look 10 out of 10. I will give you that. And I guess that was funny. All the paranormal, like she's like doing the splits and all this crazy stuff. Okay, that was kind of funny. But in the end, no. Done. Bottom of the list. Okay. This is now where I have some trouble. Because I think the next two, I'm not lying, I think they're on the same level. And I know you guys are going to hate me for this, and you're going to be like, no, you're just being a hate. Scary Movie, the newest one, and Scary Movie 4, to me, are on the same level. But because I was planning to do this ranking, because I had seen Scary Movie 1 through 3 so many times, they were so fresh in my mind, I really had only seen Scary Movie 4 once, and that was when it came out, and I remember just not really digging it. But I watched it again. And now I understand a little bit of why it has Defenders. It's still not a great one, but it made me laugh way more than I thought, and it actually does have some iconic moments. So for that reason, Scary Movie from 2026, it ends up second to last, honestly. I don't know, man. Like, I had fun seeing the cast come back, and there was definitely funnier jokes, and I like the Get Out sequence was the funniest joke to me, where they made fun of, like, the guy who's running, and then who was chasing him. Funniest joke, hardest I laugh. Unfortunately, that was the only big laugh I had. Everything else was just like, oh, it's great to see Ghostface back and him get more masks and, recognizing references and jokes, but it also felt like sometimes they forgot to make a joke. Like they would just do the reference, but there was no joke. Like the long legs one. The joke there is like, oh, pale white guy, but they beat up the black guy. It's like, that's like such an old stereotypical joke. It sucks that it's still relevant in today's day and age, but it's like, those jokes have been done for years. We got to come up with some more clever, crazy stuff. And then so many deleted scenes. I talked about that with like the smiley face ghost faces were removed from the movie. Squid Games didn't even make it into the film. I like seeing it all back, but man, it just did not hit the way I wanted to. And a lot of the humor felt outdated. It felt like man, it feels like the franchise is not evolved and they need to get more clever writers. I still like the Wayans involved, but I think I feel unfortunately their humor is a little too juvenile when you can be a little bit more clever, and you did a lot more clever things in the earlier movies, so they're capable of it. So to me, it didn't hit the way I wanted to. I feel though Scary Movie 7, if and when they make that, will be better because they won't focus on nostalgia baiting. And it's like, hey, we're finally back and we're gonna do all this. It's like now they can focus on actually just making fun of like Backrooms, Obsession, which I hope Obsession is the main movie in Scary Movie 7. Like they base everything around the plot of Obsession and then sprinkle in stuff. Because here, and also minimize it. Way too many movies and references. It just, yeah. So me, that's my thought on it. But now going into why I think 4 is above it, because 4 would be my next spot. Because I was with a lot of people. It had the same problems I was just kind of talking about with Scary Movie 5. It had the celebrity cameos. Literally the opening of the movie is Shaq and Dr. Phil. What does Shaq or Dr. Phil have to do with scary movies? The franchise is making fun of horror films. What do they add to the horror genre. Like, if you're gonna do the celebrity cameo thing, throw in somebody who's known for horror. Throw in a Jamie Lee Curtis and a Robert Englund and put them in the Saw scenario and things. I don't like that would mean more to people, and so that's where it became more pop culture stuff, and they were making fun of things like Shaq who can't hit free throws, right? Well, I gotta know sports references now to laugh. Oh man, come on. So obviously I know, but some people enjoyed that and still got a kick out of that, right? To me, though, there was definitely enough humor in it, and it's because I never realized the director of this movie, David Zucker. David Zucker is responsible for a lot of the earlier fun spoof movies like Naked Gun, Airplane, and other films. And what David Zucker really likes to do, which I think is kind of an underrated comedy that is hard to do, is slapstick, is humor where people get beat up, hurt, and it's hilarious. You watch this movie, and even in part three, little kids are constantly being hit in the face, thrown around, and every time a little kid is hit, like with a car door or the car door slams on a kid's hand, I am howling of laughter. I don't know why it's funny to see a little kid get hurt, but the way they do it in this movie, it is very funny. Um, I feel like this was the last movie that actually put in an effort into trying to make all the movies they're parodying make sense. Because there's a plot you're following, and the world is in chaos, and there's these aliens from World of the Worlds coming in, but they're also tied to the Saw and Jigsaw, and then you have the village subplot. Like, it's not perfect. It still doesn't make any sense, but there's a plot you're semi following, and that was the last time they threw in some effort into it. Now, the iconic scenes, this movie does have them. The little boy scene. When I, as a kid, first saw this movie, I had no idea what they were joking about when she said, "Hello, Benihana Teriyaki, Toyota, Kia, Canon, Nikon." I thought those were all real Japanese sentences. I thought they were actually speaking Japanese. I never thought those were just random buzzwords. Sony, Toshiba, Nintendo. Bro, that is such a funny, clever gag. That actually took a little effort and work. That's so funny that people missed it years ago, like me. And hearing it, it still hit. It made me laugh so hard. I thought that was good. There's another gag in the movie because Cindy in this is like a caretaker. So she's watching an old lady. And I love the joke where, like, she's trying to get the job, and there's the realtor or the guy in charge of the old lady who's like, "Oh, this place is great to work in," and he's constantly hiding the fact this place is haunted, drowning the little boy, hiding the hair, pretending he's, "Oh, I just like to dress like a girl." I thought that was funny. The scene where she's bathing her and she accidentally puts the sponge in her urine and not her water. That's the kind of crude humor that works, and I think is funny because Cindy is just drowning the sponge in pee and then rubbing it all over the catatonic grandma who can't even do it. Just, "Oh, my piss." Good. Like, there actually is a lot of humor still left in this. I thought it actually worked. It's not as funny as one or three, but you know what? For a movie I thought was actually kind of bad, I like it. Uh, uh, the only other thing I will say about it that I felt was a drawback, they completely wasted this actor. Is it Bill Pullman? Bill Pullman is a character in the movie. Yeah, Bill Pullman is a character, and I guess from his Spaceball airplane kind of days or things like that, so underused. They do nothing with Bill Pullman. He's not even funny in this. Like, it's just he's just there. Oh, and the Kevin Hart Brokeback Mountain sequence had me laughing. I thought it was all good. So honestly, a lot better than I remember. Still not comparatively to the first three, but a lot better and some good gags in there than I remember. Oh yeah, and they make fun of Tom Cruise in that finale when he was jumping on Oprah's couch and like when he breaks her arms. They had it. It was honestly probably the last very good scary movie. In my opinion, it was the last enjoyable one that I was like, I could watch this again. It's kind of funny. Okay, now we get into where I think most of us have these in our top three, but it's really everywhere. It's really everywhere on where you could go. I'm going controversial, I think, Scary Movie 2. I like Scary Movie 2 a lot. And now all these three, they're my favorite of the franchise, and it's hard. I like Scary Movie 2 because especially the first two movies, they kept a theme going. And I think it's what they kind of need to do with Scary Movie. First film, they made fun of slashers. So you had Scream, you had I Know What You Did Last Summer as some of the big choices. This one, the theme was haunted house movies. So you had like demon stuff with The Exorcist. You had 13 Ghosts. You had just stuff like that that like it helped it feel thematic, like they're making fun of a certain genre of horror movies that is working within them. um but it's also so many iconic scenes. I really like, what's his name, I can't think of it, from Alvin and the Chipmunks. What's his name? David Cross. Super hilarious, all the gags and battle he would have with the butler with the bad hand, Chris Elliott's character, when they were going off, oh, let me give you a hand. Oh, how about a standing ovation? I loved all that. This chick is hot. No other comment. There's at least 10 people watching who have gooned to that scene with her and the ghost. At least, statistically, at least 10 of y'all. Am I one of those 10? Moving on. The basketball sequence. This is the brilliance of Scary Movie that it's been hard for them to replicate. Because you had the what's up scene from the first movie, and then you had the basketball scene in the second movie, and both of those were commercials. But did I need to know those were commercials? Did I have to grow up with them? I was a kid. I had no idea about, was it Budweiser? The Budweiser was up commercials. I had no idea about these basketball commercials. And yet they were so funny and hilarious and iconic. And I feel like that is hard to do now, to where you don't even know the reference and the movie itself was just so funny without you even knowing. That's something that they've missed out on. Oh, the cat. Dude, the cat sequence in here, my pussy's gone crazy. And then they slow-mo and turns into Rocky. Really good stuff. I think in the end, the reason, I guess it because it is a little very, it's just like so overtly sexual. It's hard to rewatch. It's like a movie I watch by myself because of all the crazy sexual stuff that goes in it. And it's so funny to think I watched these movies with these were family night movies for me growing up, guys. And I didn't understand half the sexual stuff going on when they're in the freezer and he's massaging his legs, and then Sydney gets like what I thought was yogurt or throw up. I was like, huh, he just threw up on her, Dad. That's weird. Okay, next scene. That ain't throw up, little Chris. That ain't throw up or yogurt, buddy. But it just goes a little too far with the sexual humor, which is fine, not like a prude or anything. But I like on rewatch, it's just kind of like, I hope no one walks in. This is the kind of movie where any 5 minutes someone walks in and the worst thing is on screen and you have to explain yourself. These nipples that from the guy. It's good stuff. I also like the tree scene. Oh, and we can't forget about Uncle Ray Ray. The Uncle Ray Ray's got a game. What? That's a fun joke. It's weird to say that about a grape joke, but it's a fun twist because it's like, what if you scared the demon? The demon's coming to get you. You out scare the demon? That's crazy. And again, another instance of, what's that around his neck, Dad? He's got like some sort of elastic toy. I did not know Ray was packing. That was what, balloon animal indeed. But funny stuff, dude. Funny stuff. I also like the piano scene in the beginning of the movie where they just start saying the N-word and doing rap songs. Just the idea of like old white people just doing a rap song on the piano. Good gags. It was definitely a high point in the series, right? Okay. All good stuff there. Okay. This is where we get controversial. Because what we've learned and what we've known about the Scary Movie franchise behind the scenes should make me say one thing. But my heart of hearts, I can't. I love the Wayans brothers, and I'm glad they got their franchise back, and I can't wait for Scary Movie 7, and I hope they improve and get back to just original jokes, getting slightly clever, and putting the story together. And while the first movie is great, Scary Movie 3 just makes me laugh so unbelievably hard. And it's the movie in this entire list that I could just watch on repeat over and over. And I hate to say this because when I first saw Scary Movie 3, I didn't even notice the Wayans weren't in it. Like sometimes you watch a movie and a character doesn't return and you're like, oh, where are those characters? I want them back. I didn't even bat an eye that Shorty and Ray didn't come back. And I did like those characters. They made me laugh and I thought they were great in 1 and 2. A lot of fun stuff in there. But I thought what Charlie Sheen and I gotta figure out his name because I keep not saying his name. Charlie Sheen and the brother in this movie, Simon Rex, they're a good replacement in the sense that they made me laugh a lot. Charlie Sheen, I feel both of them have what Anna Faris has in a male form, where they are so good at playing stupid and wide-eyed and like, what did we do? Like so many great gags. If you guys have not seen Charlie Sheen's Hot Shots 1 and 2, he is so funny. Those are spoof movies as well. So funny in them. I love it, dude. All the stuff with the little kid where he could tell the future. It's like, he doesn't know you're a boy, or things like that. Brenda fighting some was it her name Samara? I forget the name of the girl. The Ring fighting her and dying. I thought was crazy. That gag where the picture and the guy's face is all twisted, and she's like, oh, like that's Uncle Jay. He's over there, and his face is also twisted. That's a good gag. And I think it goes down to the director because another reason that this movie, Scary Movie 3, ends up on top for me is because of the legend, Leslie Nielsen. Him as the president, dude, insanely freaking hilarious. Best, it's the reason this is number one. You remove his character from 4, because he actually was in 4. I didn't realize that, but he has a small part in it. You remove him in it, okay, I put Scary Movie 1 on top in this one, but because he's in it, it just brings it to a different level, and he has enough scenes in 3 to actually make a difference in the humor, in the enjoyment of it, because in 4, he's like in 1 or 2 scenes. In 3, he's in it quite a lot. He just makes it so good. I'm trying to think of what other crazy moments in there that made it work. The pee scene, oh, we're not so different. And he starts peeing out of his finger. I love it, dude. When the gangsters show up to fight the aliens, but they all just end up killing each other. This Brenda, like, it's just endlessly. I think the reason it's also on top is because in terms of joke to laughter ratio, Scary Movie 3 is like in the 80-90%, where 80 to 90% of the jokes just laugh after laugh after laugh. It's just, it hits. The such a subtle joke of the sheriff hat that grows every scene when Charlie Sheen is trying to get permission from his dead wife to bang someone else and he pulls out a donut and a hot dog. It's peak, guys. I'm sorry. To me, Scary Movie 3 is on top. So this would be my official ranking of the scary movies. This is how I see them. Again, all love and respect. I know it's blasphemous because this is when the franchise, but even the Wayans brothers said a lot of their ideas for 3 were used in this. So it's probably why it works so well, because it was a mash of a lot of creatives. And honestly, I feel like that's kind of what the next scary movie needs, is the Wayans not have that much. Get a writer who could maybe do some more, like get like the writers of the Naked Gun reboot or something, and then mesh your ideas together because you got something going on there. But yeah, this is my list. This is what I'm going with. I'd love to know from you guys on what you think. Someone said not a fan of the 8 Mile scene. I mean, I understand. Again, times were different and all that, but I thought the 8 Mile scene was funny, and it was one of those jokes I didn't get when I was a kid. I was like, why'd they beat him up because he had a pointy hat? What does that mean? Like, I didn't get that as a kid, and then you later find out. But joke-wise, it worked, and even him when he's like, you're just mad because I'm black, when he's not even black. So yeah, dude, the shovel scene being dude, it's classic little comedy like that. That's so good. I like that. Good stuff, man. Reminiscent. So that's my ranking. I know maybe not popular opinion, but that's where I go. That's where I go with it. W list. Okay, good. Some people are agreeing with me. What is your dream? To have a dream. Not a bad list. Yeah. All good. All good. All right. I guess we'll do a little bit of the Reddit some of y'all are asking, and then we'll go into viewer submitted questions. When did I get? Why is the egg guy up there? I don't remember that happening. Get out too. Who is that? An AI? Okay. The face bro makes when you say Joker, shoulders be the main villain. Huh. I look good as Batman, yo. When you saw the disabled person walk by, why would I look it like that on Chris Gooning Day? Oh, in the year 6-7. Oh Lord. Yeah, dude, this drink cup is wild, man. I don't know what they were thinking, because it definitely looks like something else, man. Maybe if they just removed the hoodie part, but it's definitely an interesting looking cup, man. They definitely messed up in the department with this one. They were like, just look at it like from the back. Dude, if you're holding that cup on your desk, someone walks by, they're like, bro, brought a fresh light to work. What the heck? Dude, yeah. What is this? Oh, the man I hope that's not what the man spider looks like. That's gross. I think they scammed bro. Cooning Day 6-7. Chris, have you seen? No, I haven't seen Has Been Hotel. I still need to check out, what was it? Amazing Digital Circus. Super Mario Galaxy movie in comparison. Yeah, so by this same point, I think you're right. Yeah, so this one 1.3, this one 1 billion. I think they're happy. It's the first movie to hit $1 billion. I really don't know if the next movie will hit $1 billion, just because some people were so mixed. If it has to be a great premise. If it's not Smash Bros, I don't know if they're hitting that Billy again. We'll see. What is bro looking at? I look like the Willem Dafoe meme. Why have you forsaken me? My name, yeah. Oh, it's not this again.
Trying to see that product. Shit. Yo, Sleepy, what's up, homie?
Just a quick cut to me. Yo, Sleepy, what's up, homie?
Yo, Sleepy, what's up, homie? You know my cousin, Sad Boy.
Hey, fool. Get out of my swamp, fool. Ain't no one say you could come in here.
And my partner, he wanna
What? This is good. I'm pausing it for copyright reasons.
see that product.
When he talking?
My name is Jeff.
My name, yeah.
It's Jefe, man.
I pull out my Glock. I get my homies here. Okay? It's bachata night, fool. You don't want me to interrupt them during bachata night, fool.
But tell him about Masi's Quinceañera, man. Tell him about that crazy adventure you guys had.
Don't be talking to Fiona like that, fool. I come up with my donkey and my pussycat, fool. You don't want to get me.
Who was that you choked out, man? Well, he had it coming. Who was that?
Boots.
Oh, Boots. It's my pussycat.
Okay. Bye.
Martin Scorsese cinema. Cinema. Absolutely amazing. I love that. Thank you. I think we've seen it before. Yeah, this was 2 years. Dude, that's crazy. That was on the subreddit too. I didn't even know my subreddit was that old. This is 2 years ago. Glad you brought it back up, man. That was a good reminisce. That was 2 years ago since I brought back freaking Sleepy. On Melissa Burrow wanting to be in Scary Movie. Now you tell me. I wish I'd learned that. That would have been a lot of fun. I definitely would have tried to work. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe she comes to the next one. I've seen this commercial yet. The time of my life, and I never felt good costumes. I hate that He-Man hair though, but it is accurate. Good stuff. Here is my roster prediction for the Fancast Legion of Doom. Okay. Brainiac, yes. I mean, aren't these already? Oh yeah, wouldn't these already be? Seth MacFarlane? That wouldn't be bad. Oh, Leo would never do it. Leo's too big, too expensive. My God, Solomon Grundy. Okay, yeah. KFC had a Supergirl bucket, but dude, KFC has not been good in years. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Chat, you let me know. I grew up with some KFC, and dude, that stuff was bussin'. You'd get some KFC, and you eat it up, and you'd get the biscuits, and you'd rub some strawberry jelly on it. So good. I don't know what happened. It's awful now. Every time, and I don't even order it. It's been years since I've ordered it, but every time I've ordered KFC, it's just bad. I don't know what. Okay, enough people here liking it. Well, then there's something wrong in this area, dude. Because I'm telling you, every time it's just bad. It's not as good as it used to be. I don't know. I definitely think it's a situation where things are so expensive, so companies are forced to like get cheaper. You know what's the other thing? I used to love Chipotle. Chipotle's not good anymore. I get Chipotle now. It doesn't taste like anything. I don't know, man. Is it just me? Your area is expired. Unk is tripping. Oh, hey, I didn't know KFC has shooters. I'll try it again. I'll try it again for y'all. Scary, not scary. Did I type it in wrong? Sorry. Slexia kicked in. It says here, bro, 3C, what is this? I hope your kid don't see this. Oh, Lord. In this? Because they were not doing Jules any favor. Okay. Hey. I like what I like, bud. I like what I like. Goonzilla strikes again. What am I even saying? Now you want to go to X videos. Speaking of Zilla, though, did you guys see they're bringing back? I think I'm gonna have to play this on stream. I'll even fight some of you guys. That could be fun, right? We should do that. Childhood game I actually played and loved as a kid. What's it called again? Godzilla. It was there's all these games got announced. Unleashed. Was it Unleashed? No, it was Destroy All Monsters. There we go. This game I played this with my brothers growing up. This and another one, but dude, they're bringing this back. They're remastering it or whatever, and they're gonna have an online mode. Oh, bro, I'm challenging all of you, and I'm taking you down. I wish they would add Donkey Kong. I wish King Kong. I don't think he was a playable character. But dude, that's still fun. Games like this, I was all over as a kid. It was this one, and I forget the name of it. What is it? Monster Fighting Game PS2. What was it? It was this one, War of the Monsters. Bro, we would play this one a lot. I love this one as a kid, War of the Monsters. In fact, it's on, I think, if you have PlayStation Plus, you can just stream it. You can play it on there, and I do sometimes. And just reminisce back. I like that game a lot. But yeah, dude, they should have done. I'm doing it, and then I'm challenging all of y'all. And I'll send you $10 if you beat me. So that might be coming. That looks fun. I can't wait. November is going to be a busy month for games, man. Or no, it's September, I think. But yeah, that reminded me of that when you said Zilla. Jeff Slider Snoop. Sadie Sink is Mayday Parker. Sadie Sink is Mary Jane Watson. See, but like these are like I said, he's gotten stuff wrong, and these are all accurate things he's gotten wrong. But for each one of these he's gotten wrong, there are 3 other scoops he's gotten right. He's gotten more stuff right than wrong. But like any individual out there, you're bound to get something wrong or get a bad source. But yeah. So we'll see. I mean, this will be another situation. Just don't forget. He originally first also said Jean Grey, but then he switched around to Mayday, to Mary Jane, all this stuff. And he ended up being right the first time. But yeah. That's a cool cap, man. I like that cap. That's a good cap. Dun, dun, dun.
There are a ton of people commenting saying, bro, it's the same suit. What do you, nothing's changed, Chris. You're making an over 8-minute video milking this? Yes. Yes, I am. You're watching it, buddy. Man, I need to feel the
Fun stuff, dude. I look good right there. That's a good pose. James Gunn, you have my permission to use that. That looks good. Suit's tight on me. I don't think for the right reasons, though. Oh, we saw that. We saw that. Is Papa 3C streaming tonight? I'm here. We're streaming. Victor Zaz. Enter the Fat Dragon. Is this a real movie? Yeah, dude, The Furious was awesome. Guys, go check that out. All that. Movie's great. Possible Scream 8 directors. Where's this from? I don't know about that source. I've never none of them seem familiar to me. But it makes sense. Fear Street, John Hames sick. It might be John Hames just because he has that connection with Kevin Williamson. Because Sick is a Kevin Williamson movie. But maybe Poker Face. None of these names excite me. We'll see. We'll see. Need more detail on it. 24 Unk Street. Oh, great. Cummings. Great. Thanks. Oh, yeah. This was way back in the day. Okay, so back in the No Way Home days, I had Spider-Man leaks, but I was not allowed to share them. The person who sent me them didn't let me. But I was so anxious, and I really wanted to show you guys leaks and stuff. So I like hid it in the background of a video. I didn't know how. I never noticed this. 3C included a photo of Willem Dafoe in No Way Home way before it ever leaked online in one of his No Way Home videos, just for one frame. Yeah, I did it really quick, just to have it there, just all that. The person got mad at me for doing that who sent me it. They're like, you weren't supposed to show anybody. I was like, but I did. So good stuff. This is actually crazy. Warner Brothers. Oh yeah, I hope they lose because I'm tired of all the copyright strikes and everything, man. Even A24 copyrighted my Backrooms review, and I gave it a positive review, man. I'm like, what y'all doing? But I won the copyright dispute, so that's good. But yeah, I hope that comes through good. Dude, horror is doing amazing, man. It's good to see, and it's crazy. An IP 207, but Backrooms, Obsession, new original films. People just want new and fun ideas. So Hollywood's got to keep that up. We'll look at that some other time. Okay, good stuff. Looking at the Reddit, it was fun to peek through. Let's go in and see what's going on. All right. Let's move on. Thank you, mods. I see y'all are doing some work. They'll take down 3C Films. They better not take me down. Why y'all gonna take me down? What I do? Disclosure Day, a flop. It is interesting. I knew general audiences were just not gonna like it as much. I think it's gonna do fine. I don't know. Actually, it's a $200 million movie. What's the box office looking like for that? Disclosure Day, 43 million. Rises to 30, running worldwide. Cume through today. U.S. 3-day opening ice, 43 million. With that many screens, it's gonna be an uphill battle. I think that sucks, man, because Spielberg is such a great director, and you see that in Disclosure Day. I just wish the movie's story and things it does hit better. But like, there's just not it's the film bros carrying him. There's no Christopher Nolan or Jordan Peele motion in Steven Spielberg films. Where like, the Jordan Peele movie will open up 80 million on opening weekend just because it's Jordan Peele. Same with Christopher Nolan, 100 million opening weekend just because it's Christopher Nolan. That should be happening for Spielberg, but it's not. And this is an alien movie that unfortunately doesn't have much aliens, but still, it should have done more. It should have done more. All right, let's go to some of these questions. Why do you think they skipped 23 Jump Street and went straight to 24 Jump Street? I think it'll just be a good joke and device for them to use. It'll be something different they can do. We've never really seen a franchise kind of do that. So I think it's just an opportunity to create some good comedy, whether it is the Men in Black thing or not. Who knows? But I think it's just a funny thing that they can do. And they can always go back and make 23 Jump Street. Ari Aster has written a prequel to Hereditary. I did see that. Who knows if it'll get made? I'd love to, because Hereditary does have some lore, and you'd want to know, hey, yo, why these old guys get naked? And like where all that comes from. So it'd be something I'd like to see, but I think Ari Aster's more interested in doing more of his original movies, and that's just there in case his career really tanks and he needs to go back on something. If 24 Jump Street sucks like Scary Movie did, comedies are dead for another decade. I can't wait, though. They You should reference 23 like it happened. I really hope they do, and I bet they will. But you're right. And well, Scary Movie did good box office wise. Reviews, that's more mixed, but that's expected of Scary Movie. With 24, you want not only good box office, but you also want good reviews as well. Widow's Bay, I can't wait. So many people of y'all been talking about. Heck, I'll watch the first episode tonight. Then, a lot of y'all been talking about it. I cannot wait. I hear good things about that. I want to see that show. 5 non-MCU characters that are worthy enough to lift Thor's hammer. Non-MCU characters? Oh, just like in all. Okay. Oh, that's hard. I was gonna start off with Marty McFly, but like the thing with that, I think of it like the flying Nimbus in But is it okay? There's a difference. Flying Nimbus is pure of heart, and Mjolnir is worthiness. So if you're worthy of the call, I'm like, I think of Marty as worthy, but he's a flawed character, and that's what makes him cool too. Okay, so I'm not gonna say Marty then. Worthy people. Chat, Superman? Yes, Superman. Of course, superhero. I'm over here just trying to think of random movie characters. Superman, yes. Batman, unfortunately, as great as he is, I don't think he's too much of a dark side in him. But Superman would definitely get it. Optimus Prime. You know what? I'll say yes. Optimus Prime. He-Man, yes. Especially the Nicholas Goldstein version or Galstein, however you pronounce it. You know what? I think he would be able to lift Mjolnir. He showed worthiness in that movie. Ryan Gosling, just regular actor Ryan Gosling, sure. Just let him lift it. RoboCop, that'd be a crazy one. And would he count? Because he's autonomous. But then again, Vision, kind of. Okay. I don't know about RoboCop though. Spider-Man, yes. I'm gonna say Spider-Man can. He makes mistakes just like Marty. It's hard. This is a hard one. Ned Flanders, nobody. Neo, Bill Cosby. Someone said that in the chat. Ben 10, sure. No, but see, he's a little brat when he's little. He's mean to his cousin. He who is worthy is not mean to his cousin. Homelander. What the heck? You know what? Dick Grayson, Robin, yes. I'm gonna say Robin, yeah. More than Batman, honestly. I think, yeah. He's more balanced. I'm gonna do like 2 more and then we'll move on from there. I'm trying to think. Oh, Paddington, yes. Definitely Paddington. Yes. He's pure of heart and he's worthy. Yoda, no. Maybe. He did. I don't know. He was part of a cult. Goku, Christian Grey. The people you guys are pulling out. Thrag, Skywalker. The Deep, Percy Jackson. These are just, I'm gonna go Leo from the Ninja Turtles, and then yeah. Chris, love you. Thank you for all your hard work. I know it's not always easy or even rewarding, but you the man. Honestly, whenever I get to meet you guys, in fact, I left my screening of Toy Story the other day, and I ran into 2 fans, and it was funny because we were taking our photo, and I can feel them shaking from excitement, and I was like, I'm nobody. Why are you shaking? That was just great meeting them. Nice people. You guys make it worth it. Definitely have my hard days. Definitely wish I could do more, or that was just enough time in the day to do stuff. But, oh, man, the day goes by fast now. Chris, does seeing leaks for Spider-Man Batman make you feel conflicted? Like it's good for the channel, but spoils surprises for you as a fan? And yeah, it definitely spoils some surprises, but there's sometimes where like I don't let myself go too far in them, maybe more than I should. It definitely does, and it definitely changes my expectations and thoughts, and in a weird way, like I don't want to say not invalidate my review, but it definitely puts it in a different light because of the background knowledge I going in with it. So yeah, there's definitely a disconnect with the way I will watch a movie to then away my dad who works and just barely catches up with the news and has just a real life. We'll watch a movie. For good or worse, sometimes it just comes with the job, but I still like it. I haven't had a series where like it fully ruins my enjoyment of something. Thoughts on the remaster of Gods? Oh yeah, we just literally talked about it. I'm excited. I played that game growing up. I thought it was awesome. It's how I learned most of the Godzilla monsters because I didn't really watch the Toho movies or like that growing up, and I really only saw the was the 2000 movie. Was it Roland Emmerich one? And I know that's not the best Godzilla, but that's like kind of the only Godzilla I knew for a while, and that video game, and that's how I knew about Mecha. That's how I knew about all these other characters. What's your thought about Jason in Dead by Daylight? I mean, just cool that he's in there. It is the new Jason universe version. It's great for people in there. I'm just waiting for them to give me Jason stuff that I actually like. Not to say Day by Daylight people don't care about that. I bet they do. And it's great for them. But like, I just either want the new Friday 13th game. I want the new Friday 13th movie. I'm just tired of Jason being used as like a product because I'm telling you, like right now, Jason, especially with that design that they have to use for legal reasons, it's more like Jason right now is like the Peanut Man or the Monopoly guy or what's another like brand thing, but he just feels like a mascot of a brand right now as opposed to the horror character I loved. Thoughts on Amazon still interested in He-Man franchise despite the movie being poor? Very good chance. I actually hope so. We talk about the downside sometimes with streaming and all this, but we forget about the movies that get made that would never have been made because of the theatrical um drawbacks, because if they're not going to make money or they don't seem like money winners, they just don't happen. And we've gotten Martin Scorsese film because of that. We're getting other movies. I mean, a bunch of comedies nowadays, although they're forgettable and I don't think about them or go back to them. I still like to be able to pop on a random comedy that's on streaming essentially for free. And so I thought about that with Masters of the Universe. Since it's an Amazon movie, I bet you when that thing hits streaming on Prime, it is going to do numbers. It's going to do so well for their platform. I think the same thing happened with Crime 101. There was an article with that. That movie didn't do all that well in the box office, but it actually did a lot of views on Prime. And so in that case, it was successful for them. I think it'll do enough numbers on Prime that they're like, maybe, all right, we'll do a sequel and we'll just put it on streaming. And in that instance, it's better than nothing. Better than nothing, right? What do you think will be the biggest Halloween costume of the year? For me, it would be oh yeah, I'm already seeing them. So many girls dressed in the Nikki outfit with the blood and all that. No, no, no. We're having a nice time. Definitely a crazy outfit. Other than that, I'm trying to think what else. What other costumes from movies of this year? Maybe Dr. Kelson from Bone Temple, where he's dressed in like the heavy metal stuff. That'd be crazy, but I don't know. That was kind of a low key movie. It wasn't that popular. Uh, I'm trying to think what costumes are Freaky Nikki, I guess is the best way to describe her. Backrooms. Oh, a lot of Pirate Clarks. Oh, it's always. I hope the movie's been out for a while though, but probably a lot of Pirate Clarks. I think. Definitely. I could see that being a popular costume or a thing like that. I don't know if He-Man will be all that popular because again, the box office isn't all that great. But hey, that'd be awesome. Someone dressed as Samson, just have their thing floating around. Michael Jackson. I'm sure that's popular every year though. Um. Those are the ones right now that I can think of that'll be popular for Halloween. Um, I can't think of what other thing. We have to wait to see what other horror movies come out and things going on. Maybe parody Ghostface. That'd be pretty funny. 3C lore. Have you ever gotten into a fight? Have you ever had to defend your wife's honor? No, and I hope I never have to. I would do terrible in a fight. I've never been in a fight in my life, but the closest I've gotten, let me know I would not do well in a fight. Maybe some of us daydream, right? In class or in our workspace or when we're bored somewhere in church, maybe, right? You're thinking about group of ninjas walk in and I stand back. I got you. Ball grab. Right? We've had that thought. And as much as we'd like to think we're the macho John Wick guy who could do all that, I learned in high school I couldn't. There was this instance. I had a high school bully. A person I did not like, and they did not like me. And they were constantly trying to push my buttons to add that. And there was a moment, two different moments actually, where word was they wanted to fight me, and they were waiting for me in the back of the school for the fight. I was even getting text messages from friends and other people be like, "Hey, he's waiting for you. Hey, you coming? Are you gonna go through with it? This and that." I went through the front. I got in my car and I did the my because I didn't drive yet. I got into the passenger seat in my car and I did this. Drive, 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 drive. Go, go. Yes, we can have McDonald's. Come on. Can I get a McFlurry? Okay, cool. That's definitely that was one instance. And I cowardly ran away because I did not want to be in a fight. Second instance was I was face to face with this person. I guess I was feeling high and mighty, but thinking back on it, it was cringe. It was very cringe. And this guy was just he was I'm trying to think of how to phrase it. He was someone who's an athletic person, so he's on the football team, had a lot of friends and all that and things like that. And we were in a group circle, and some of his friends of friends meshed with my friends, so we were all in a group circle. And it got to a point where he said something, and I clapped back in my in a diss, and he didn't like that. He gave me a look and all that. And he gave me everybody was looking like, oh, it's about to go down. This is about to happen. Is that? And in that moment, when I felt like, okay, he's about to throw a punch or he's about to come at me and this and that, I my body froze. Like I'd never had that feeling in my life. Like I literally thought, I'm about to get in my first fight. He's about to punch me and I'm gonna have to defend myself or something. And I seriously, my body went catatonic. Like I froze in fear. My leg went stiff, my arm felt numb, and I was just like, uh, luckily nothing happened. But yeah, oh yeah, unk term. Yeah, this is this is my unk moment. Clap doesn't mean what you think it means anymore, Chris. Back in my day, clapped back meant like, oh yeah, like you dissed him back. You did that, okay? I didn't clap him right there in front of everybody. So I learned quickly I would not be good in a fight. If I have to, I'd have to be the sneak attack guy, or I'd have to be the guy who don't grab me. If you grab me, I'ma bite you. I'm a dog. Right. If you know ball, you know ball. I said, let me feed you. Let me feed you. All right. In Absolute Batman, they make Batman poor. If you were making Absolute Spider-Man, what core theme of Spider-Man would you remove? Rich not poor, Uncle Ben lives after being shot, no morality, etc. Yeah, that's what made Absolute Batman kind of interesting. It took away some of those aspects and had him work. Although I still wonder how he gets the funds for some of those absolute gadgets. But nevertheless, um with Spider-Man removing a core thing, I mean, just look at the MCU movies. They did that. They just took all those things and gave it to him anyways, right? So, but if I had to choose, I don't know. It's hard to say because there is a comic run. Was it like Incorporated Spider-Man, or I forget what the name of it is, where he does run a company. He is the CEO. He's basically Tony Stark as Spider-Man, and it did not have the same vibe. I was not a big fan of that story. So to me, it would probably be Uncle Ben lives, and he's a bit selfish with his powers, but there's consequences with the selfishness. Um, that'd be the thing. Make him rich would be fine though. Yeah. Someone said you liar. What did I lie about, Fearball? Have you ever brought? Oh yes, come on now. Yeah, of course I have. All my life. I mean, if you're Hispanic, I feel like that's just how you're shown to go to the movies. Like it was because my family growing up, we'd go to the movies almost every weekend. Like that's probably why I love to do what I do and how I grew my movie knowledge over the years. But every weekend almost it was go to the movies, and part of that routine was stopping at the dollar store, grabbing our candies and drinks, and sneaking them into the movie. And it made sense. Literally, I'd buy my box of Mike and Ike's and my Coke, $2, as opposed to what we're selling it at the time, probably $3 each. So it was like $6. And, you know, I had two brothers. My dad got something. My stepmom got something. So it's like they'd save a lot of money, but it was almost daily that we would bring in outside stuff. Now, as far as like food, I hate to be that person. I've done it a couple times, but I don't like to be that person because foreign food in the movie theater can take me out of it. Now, what I mean by foreign food is food that is not sold in the movie theater that you can tell from smelling it. That takes me out. So, like, if I'm in the theater and I can smell Panda Express, immersion ruined. I should not be able to smell Panda Express while I'm watching 22 Jump Street. If I can smell Chick-fil-A, oh, you better have brought me a sandwich, buddy, or I'm snitching. I'm sorry, I am. But I think that those are the two things I've ever brought was Chick-fil-A and Panda Express into a movie. And both times it was not my idea. It was the person I was going with that was hungry, and they're like, let's just sneak it in. But yeah, I don't like when I can like heavily smell the other person's food. I just like, ugh, I want to smell popcorn and a hot dog, nachos, or a pizza. Anything else, out. What if you were watching Kung Fu Panda? Well, okay, maybe then that's why we did it. To be fully immersed. You're right. I didn't think about that. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if G.I. Joe movie goes to streaming, since aside from Barbie, almost every toy-based movie adaptation has underperformed. Yeah, the only problem is that, well, maybe it could happen now with the Paramount merger looking to go through with Warner Brothers, but Paramount is the one that owns G.I. Joe, and their streaming service is notoriously losing money, like, daily, monthly. But once they get Warner Brothers, and if they combine and all that, maybe then it would make sense to like make more original movies. But even HBO has gotten away with that. They did their whole phase where they were making streaming only movies, and now they're like, no, we make theater content. Did you know that Anything But Ghost is starring Jesse Pinkman? Yeah, from Breaking Bad. Claire, yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Little Girl from Megan. Yeah, dude, Curry Barker. It's so awesome. I can't wait to see that movie, see his career continue on. It's inspirational, inspiring. Every interview and thing I'm seeing with Curry. Even Curry Barker's dad seems so proud and happy. I see him on social media. I guess he was a screenwriter in Hollywood, and he does these like breakdowns of scripts. And I've actually been watching some of that stuff. It's very fascinating to hear. But yeah, it's cool. I can't wait to see that movie. Who's better at multiple characters? Eddie Murphy, Mike Myers, Adam Sandler, Martin Lawrence, Tyler Perry, or Jim Carrey? Okay, let's eliminate the obvious one out the way. Well, you know what? Okay, I was gonna give Tyler Perry some flack, but that's also because I mainly just know Medea. But I don't think there is any. I don't think, maybe I'm wrong, and you got, because I know there are Medea lovers. Even my fiance is a Medea lover. She loves the Medea movies. She thinks they're hilarious. And I heard that recent Medea movie was actually pretty funny. The one that was on Netflix where like the guy's road tripping with his grandpa. I heard that one was actually pretty funny. I didn't see it though, but I feel like any person in a black family could probably easily do those, because those are caricatures of people, your grandma, your crazy uncle, you're that. And I feel like those, just like in a Hispanic family, you could be the drunk uncle, you could do all this stuff. I feel like, is there that much talent in just, just all that? So I would actually put Tyler Perry at the bottom, unfortunately. But I mean, hey, he's found amazing success with Medea. I think he's like he's a billionaire, I think. I'm not even kidding. I think he's like one of the most successful people in Hollywood, and he owns studios. So what he's doing is working, right? But in terms of talent here and characters and creating, next up, this might be hard. I'm going to say Martin Lawrence, because I can't think of many characters Martin has done. I'm thinking back to the Martin Lawrence movies, and the only one I can think of is Big Mama, which I like the first Big Mama. Not a fan of the other two. But that's it. Is there like some other big character acting? Other than that, Martin Lawrence is playing not really a version of himself, but playing a funny guy. I like his movies. The one Underrated Martin Lawrence movie I loved growing up is the one where he goes to medieval times, where he like hits his head at a theme park, and then he wakes up and he's like back in those times. I thought that was a funny movie growing up. I like that a lot, but I could only think about the Martin TV show. Okay, I didn't see that growing up, unfortunately. But I just think about Big Mama, so I put him there. Then this is where we start to like it gets harder because now you're talking about probably your preference in acting. I think I will see, this is hard because the rest of them have done enough stuff. But unfortunately, I think I will go Adam Sandler next. But Adam has created some great characters. I love the Water Boy. Mama say, Mom, which I would love for them to do a second Water Boy, but probably because he plays someone mentally impaired, it's probably too. It's too woke. He can't do it now. But I would love a Water Boy too. But he's done that. I know people hated the Little Nicky, but see, like not every one of his impressions hit. So there's that. But I like Zohan. I thought he did a great work in Zohan. Not a great movie, but the Sandy Wexler movie I thought was fun. The Hoobie Halloween is the closest I'll get to the Water Boy with Bobby Boucher. But I think Sandler has some. Sandler has some going on there. But you also have ones that just aren't that good, like Jack and Jill. Like, okay, is that really like a good impression? Just him playing his twin sister. So you have the bad ones in there. Next, I will go. It's hard to say. Part of me, I don't know, man. It's like these three are on the same level. Oh, that's hard. Okay, you know what? I will say number one, Jim Carrey. Like Jim Carrey's thing is being able to literally plastic man his face into different character. He could turn his face into Clint Eastwood. That's a crazy skill and all that, and what he's done with the Grinch, Ace Ventura, and he has dramatic, serious acting. But Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, they're right there. I love them. It's hard to say, but that's kind of where I would be at. Have you heard Ultimate Spider-Man 20? Have you read Ultimate Spider-Man 2024? If Peter Parker gets his powers as an adult instead of as a teen, I did for a while, and then I fell off of it. I was liking it for a couple of issues, and then it just kind of lost my interest. Where it didn't feel like they were doing enough differentiating stuff, and it became again connected to the larger world, which I know that's part of the comics, but I did read like 3 issues into it, and then I fell off of it. Has it gotten better or in that? Because it kind of like not much was happening in the story for me. I want full Chucky reboot. The series now is just exhausting. I love Brad Dourif, but I feel like we're stretching the line. It's not as interesting as it once was, and definitely not scary. For the sake of the horror, start over. Honestly, Caleb, I kind of agree with you. If they did announce tomorrow full reboot starting over, I'd be honestly pretty pumped and excited for it. But I want to give this next Chucky movie another shot. But I do think this might be like my last straw. Look at me, such an entitled fan. This is my last straw, Dan Mancini. Impress me, please. Obviously, entitlement is there, but I'm a fan at the end of the day. And I'm tired of the roller coaster of funny Chucky, scary Chucky, funny Chucky, scary Chucky. It's like, let's pick a lane. Let's pick a lane. I wish the Buddy movie did take off in the scary route I was hoping for. Because it also leaned into the comedy a lot. But if Buddy, the Child's Play reboot, ended up being successful, we could have had a Godzilla -1 and a MonsterVerse situation where Godzilla -0 is the serious, like, dark take on Godzilla fans have been wanting. But on the MonsterVerse side, we got the fun Saturday morning cartoon. Kong is about to be in an Iron Man suit, and Godzilla's Super Saiyan forming out. Like, we could have had the best of both worlds going on, but we didn't. I think I speak for everyone when I say we love you and appreciate everything you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate and love y'all. DM pictures of Spider-Man Brand New Day popcorn buckets. DM them where? In Instagram, on TikTok, as I did show some off the other day, but I'm not sure where you sent them. I'll look for them, buddy, but you let me know. We did show off the brand new day buckets the other time, though. What are your thoughts on the NBA Finals, Chris? Not the guy to ask. Not the guy. I'm sorry. I wish I knew ball. And in fact, I like basketball, but I just don't follow sports. And I was like, why is everybody going crazy over the Spurs and Knicks things? And I was like seeing Timothy Chalamet and I'd never seen Ben Stiller that happy, dude. It almost scared me with how happy Ben Stiller. Look, I'm gonna search Ben Stiller happy, and it'll probably be there. Oh, Ben Stiller happy. It was the Knicks. It was insane seeing his face. There is this video, man. I thought it would pop up so easily. There's this video of Ben Stiller and Timothy Chalamet, like high-fiving, excited after the end of a game. And I had never seen Ben Stiller smile that huge and get that crazy excited. Like this dude is having his life. He's a real fan. I wish I could get that passionate and excited about sports. I just don't feel that way. But I'm happy for the people that do, man. It's just I wish I understood it. Dude, this guy, look at that muscle, dude. All right, Ben. Oh, it's not that I underestimate sports. I know people love it and it's awesome. I just wish I had that connection to sports like other people. See, like it makes more sense probably the love of sports because you're idolizing real people with real achievements who have pushed themselves to a physical capacity. But in a weird way, it makes more sense in my mind to idolize fictional characters than real people, which I know is stupid, but I'm like, I'll idolize Marty McFly and Peter Parker like if they're real, but like some dude and wear his name on the back of my shirt. I don't know about that. But again, I know I'm the minority, and I'm totally fine. There's people who look at my love of movies like, what a dork. They jumped over 23 jumps. They really did. They really did. And then some love. Thank you, Board for Death. I want to see there be a scary movie video game. I wonder how that would work in the world, parodying all this stuff. What would the licensing on that even look like? And could that even fall under parody law? I don't even know. Okay, that'd be interesting. Hey, Chris, you gonna play the new Fortnite season? Bro, I have not logged into Fortnite in like 2 or 3 months. F's in the chat. Oh, I miss it. I miss it quite a lot. I'll pop back in if there's a cool event, but it has been a while, buddy. Paramount might sell Nickelodeon to buy Warner Brothers. Who should they sell it to? It's a total pipe dream, but I'd want Nintendo to own Nickelodeon. That'd actually be kind of cool. Nintendo own Nickelodeon, and then they turn those classic characters into video games. Because honestly, well, at least the SpongeBob games growing up, I loved, and I had the Fairly Odd Parents game on the Game Boy. I enjoyed that. That is a pipe dream. Is there like a reason they have to? They can't own too many Cartoon Networks. Too many, but kids don't even watch cartoons now. They watch YouTube. I'm sure it's not really a thing for you, but any thoughts on Doctor Who being canceled? Yeah, I feel bad for the Doctor Who fans, but does that mean like Doctor Who's dead? Because that show's been going on for like years, right? Like for 50 years or something. Does that mean like it's over, or like they're just done with this version and they'll and they'll start back up a new version eventually? I don't know. Doctor Woke. Okay. Since 1960s. Yeah, it's been operating for a long time. I guess people just weren't clicking with the new Doctor and everything they did. What do you think is the best movie so far? Obsession to me. I think Toy Story is up there. Project Hail Mary, Bone Temple. I liked Backrooms. Those are like the ones right now. You are next to direct to come from YouTube. I wish, but I can't kid myself. I can't just... No one because you got to be realistic, and I have to face these things in the mirror. Nobody is going to, Jason Blum, nobody's going to email me right now saying, Chris, hey, we see you've done nothing of creativity in terms of filmmaking. You want $1 million to make a movie? If I want to, nothing is stopping me but me into just making that happen. But oh, dude, I'm just scared. I don't know where to begin. I don't know anything. Like I have dreams, but I don't know anything. I need to just start. I need to just begin and go as I learn and see if I can do it, man. But I like also what I'm doing here, and I don't want me trying to start that journey to take away anything with what I've built here on YouTube and all that, because I still love this and I worked hard to do this. It took me many years, and all love to Chris Stuckman and all that. Still respect him, but I saw how much it changed and affected his channel. I would hate to lose years of progress that I've built here on this platform. All that. So I definitely have to like find my approach, but I mean, it's my dream. If I die tomorrow, first thought in heaven or hell, wherever I decide to go, I guess, will be I never did it. I never tried it. I never saw if I was. It would be a big regret. Let's see here. Top 5 modern horror icons. Okay, you have no particular order. Just gonna list them. So you have Jigsaw, the John Kramer, Billy the Puppet, Saw. You do have to add Art the Clown in there. He's made it, dude. He's on video games. He's Spirit Halloween gave him his own section. If that isn't like proof enough, I don't know what is. Art the Clown, excuse me. Art the Clown, Jigsaw. From there, it's hard to tell who else there. I know there's like some like Nikki from Obsession. It's one movie. I love her. William Afton, love you, but are those? It's more still the video games and the fan lore that's hyping that up. And Matthew Lillard has had like a combined total of 20 minutes in both movies. I don't think that warrants him icon status yet. Hopefully the third movie changes that. I'd be willing to say that in the third movie, but that Ghostface, I don't know if that's modern. That's going back to the 90s. I'm trying to think 2000s and up. So that'd be, Pennywise, yes. But also Pennywise is carrying over. But he's a rebooted version. It is the Bill Skarsgård version. I'll give it the pass. Megan would have been there if Megan's second movie didn't flop. Oh, The Grabber, yes. Although a lot of people say The Grabber is a studio plant horror icon. I can see that. But I think one more movie and The Grabber is there, but he's on his way. I sure. The Creeper. Are you talking about like from the Creep movies? I do like that with Peach Fuzz. I wish The Collector was up there. The Strangers, yes. Sam, Trick or Treat, I will give you, even though that's one movie. The Babadook, I wish. Art, we already said, yeah. There's some ones, but The Gripper. Definitely Art and Jigsaw is the main ones I can think of. Hey 3C, did you hear that Godzilla Destroy All Monsters is getting a remaster for modern consoles and it's released the same month as Oh, cool. Oh, so that'll be a fun video to do then. I'll play that and we'll do it together. Will you be Oh yes, I will be streaming Wolverine. Do you see trailer for What Happens at Night? No. What's that? What happens at night? I've never heard of this. What? Oh, is this already out? When did this come out? December 23rd. When did this come out? Is this those AI trailers? Yeah, this is AI. I did not know the trailer's out. Unless I'm wrong, buddy. I think these are all AI trailers. There's no official. There's an image out. There's no so whatever trailer you talking about, buddy, you got. You got. I would I'd reevaluate. But the movie hasn't even come out yet. It's down. It's still in the works, but it has not been released yet. It's What Happens at Night. Next, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence stars with Apple on TikTok. I really have not seen it unless it's already been out. Bro got tricked. Ayo, actually, yeah. Martin Scorsese film. Yeah, I'm interested in it, but I don't think anything officially is out. All right. Obsession is now entering its 5th weekend in theaters in the US. It's close to making 250 million at the box. Dude, Curry must be so happy. I cannot believe it, man. That is awesome. You know what? I bet because everybody has this, I think, when their movie comes out, like, imagine if it's a hit. But I don't even think he imagined it would be this big of a hit. I think he was hoping for like best case scenario, modest little fun buzz, does good for a week or two. People talk about it, and then it's like, okay, I did it. On to the next big thing. Dude, he did it right here. Like, that's awesome. For the bus car, been a while since I've been here. Sent a super chat. The best viewer 3C films ever. See ya. Enjoy the car. Yeah, I think with this donation, I can now afford that Buzz Lightyear car. Thank you. Watch the UFC on Sunday. The fights will be bangers. Okay, I'll do it. Will there be a Toy Story retrospective? Yes, I'm just waiting for one more costume for it, and then it will begin. They will begin. Do you think a person with disability can do movie? Yeah, I mean, yeah, but everybody's opinion is valid, and you bring your own perspective. The way I think about it is, you're not the only disabled person in the world. There's tons of disabled people, a good percentage. A lot of them like movies. You bring a voice that other reviewers like myself can't bring. I think there is a need. There's one reviewer that I used to watch that was blind, and I was just fascinated hearing his reviews because he's blind, but he's reviewing movies the way he takes them in as a blind person. So, what did you think of Disclosure Day? I know you talked about video games, but can we talk about the other VG announcement? Oh yeah, like, dude, this is where I'm like, is this when like E3 would have happened or something? Because it was like video game announcement after video game announcement after video game announcement. I was like, there should be an event for all these announcements. And it used to be E3. It used to be. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 looks awesome. Spyro, yes. Because I wasn't a big Spyro guy growing up, but I remember they had the crossover because I love Crash Bandicoot, but they had the crossover on the Game Boy with Crash and Spyro. So I was like, okay, I guess I like Spyro then since he's friends with Crash. And that was just a little bit of fun there. So I actually will probably pick up Spyro just to relive some of those memories. If you could relive one of the scenarios, would you rather have your live stream taken down while you're live or have a power outage during a live stream? Probably the power outage. I think that was a little funner and a good memory. That live stream was just gone. Which rock music should for Spider-Man? Well, the Nickelback? I liked it. And they say that a hero say us. I'm not gonna live. Look at this photograph. Every time right here it makes me laugh. If that's what you meant, I'm honestly didn't know. Do you notice you miss chats correctly sometimes? It's the StreamYard. I mean, they don't come in the order that you submit them in. They get mixed up. So a lot of times you think I missed one and it's just at the end. But if I'm missing one, you let me know, man. I'll look for it. Did you watch Obsession with your lady, and what did she think about the movie? No, she has not seen Obsession. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately. I have a beautiful baby that I'm fortunate of, but she was my movie buddy to all the press screenings, all this stuff. It was always awesome talking about the movie, and it's been awesome seeing her movie perspective grow over the years. Because doing this now for so long with me, it went from the first couple of years we'd go to a movie, I'd be so like interested in wanting to talk about it and dissect things about it. And I always used it as like an appetizer for like what I would say in my review. So we'd be in the car, right? And I'd be like, oh man, that was kind of crazy. I thought this aspect was cool. I thought this was wild. What did you think of it? Just thought it was good. What did you like? I just thought it was nice. And that's how it was for the longest time. I could get like 2 or 3 words. She just didn't know how to like formulate her opinion or thoughts other than it was good. I liked it. And then as the years went by, she started being more vocal, like actually like picking up on things, and it's been so fun. And even with Toy Story, coming out of Toy Story, she liked it less than me. She still liked it, but she liked it less than me. And her perspective opened my eyes to some of the negatives that people are gonna have with the movie, and are not gonna be as high on it as me. And I was like, the thing you said, I'm seeing other people also mention online, so you're not alone, babe, and all that. But it's been awesome. But to answer your question, no, she hasn't been able to because she's been at home with the babies. But certain movies like Toy Story, I'm like, we getting a babysitter because you got to watch Toy Story with me. Obsession, I didn't know if she would like it or not, and I didn't even know if it would be this huge phenomenon. I figured it'd probably be good because I heard good things, but and now I only bring her out to like movies that I think she's gonna like really excited about or interested in. The next one she told me she wants to go to is Hunger Games, which isn't until like November, September. So we'll see. I asked her like Spider-Man. She's like, you could take your friend to that one. I was like, oh, it's Spider-Man. They can do what they did in Spectacular Spider-Man. He talks to himself. See, I would like that. I would like more monologues and inner thoughts of Spider-Man. I definitely something I feel like it's been missing or hasn't even been done. They do it a little bit in the Toby movies, like in the beginning and the end, but barely. I feel like the next time we do a Spider-Man, whenever we get to, I would like more internal monologue stuff. I like that. Do you think we'll get a Venom verse in the future? No, and I hope not, man. I would not be interested in that. Which rock music should put for Spider-Man? Oh yeah, we just mentioned that. Bring Nickelback back. If not, Linkin Park. She does like Spider-Man, but I think she also knows my friend is way more excited for that because he's also like a big Spider-Man fan. And he's who I've been taking to screenings now since she can't go. And so she's like, you could take him because she knows I'll probably see him in the theater like 3 or 4 times. And she's not big on rewatches. So she's like, you're gonna already make me see it another time. So you just take your friend. Let's see here. Since it's June, what's your ranking of 2026 movies? Um, oh, dude. See, like, I don't even know. Like, I had to sit down and really because there's also some movies I haven't reviewed on the channel that I've watched that I need to do a catch up on. But I still want to watch Hokum and a couple other more before I do like a catch up review. But to me, number one, I think is Obsession. Then I would probably go Bone Temple, Project Hail Mary, Backrooms. Oh, actually, wait, with Toy Story 5 in there. Okay, no. Then top three: Obsession, Toy Story 5, uh, Bone Temple. I don't know. Bone Temple was good. Maybe okay. Toy Story 5 3. All right, there we go. See, it's too hard to think about right off the top of my head. That's where I'm going. The new Mummy at the bottom. Not at the bottom. It was just kind of a letdown. I was hoping for more. Chris, what do you want the Batman Part 2 rating to be? R or P? It's going to be PG-13. It's Batman. They got to sell them tickets, but it's going to be pushing the limits for sure. How do you feel it'll do at the box office? It's rated R. I mean, there is a precedent that it'll probably do fine because Deadpool and Wolverine made $1 billion, so I think it's very likely you could make a lot of money. But at the end of the day, I think they still will just keep it PG-13. Hey, Chris, just wanted to say that even though I don't like media franchise movies and I respectfully don't have an interest in most of what you talk about, I still tune in every video for you. Congrats. Well, I appreciate that. Maybe I keep you filled in on that stuff. I'll try and talk more broader, lesser movies, which I should, honestly, with my platform. What are your top 10 Spider-Man movie memes? Oh my goodness, 10 of them? Well, definitely Bully Maguire takes up half that list. Just anything all just that movie and give me rent, all that stuff in there. Was that's Spider-Man 2 though. But yeah, Mr. Dakovich is just yeah, there's like 3 with him. All the Bully Maguire stuff. Every time Toby makes a noise. Just he had the weirdest noises and I caught them as a kid and it's so funny seeing them happen. Pizza time. Here's your change. Those are it. Yeah. Imagine if Muse and Spider-Man met or Bullseye. I would like to see Spider-Man fight Bullseye. I think with his spider sense, he could avoid a couple, but he'd still be problem. I think at the end of the day, Spider-Man wins though. Webs him up. He'd be good. Andrew Garfield as Harley Quinn. I'd watch it. I'd be into it. What if Peter wears the symbiote to fight Carnage? Ooh. I mean, sure. I wouldn't mind Carnage. I just don't think that's something they'll end up doing. I would love it though. Would be crazy. Can you react to bits of 3C out of context of videos? If there's a new one out, we can do that next stream. But we already spent some time this stream watching some of my crazy clips, especially with little homie Shrek 3C. Cyclops was added to Marvel Rivals today. You gonna try him out? I haven't been on Marvel Rivals in forever, and I hear it's really hard to get Cyclops on Marvel Rivals. Is he fun? Is it enjoyable? I played Marvel Rivals for a week and I was just done with it. Did you know that the URL to this live stream ends with Beardo, as in Beardo from Mario games? Nice. Well, that's good to know. Disclosure Day spoiler. What is there to spoil though? Like, and not even. There's not much unless we like get into details of the sci-fi powers or just the way it ends and how I wish it didn't end that way, instead did more. I don't know. It's kind of uneventful in a way where it's like there's not much to spoil. It's more about the performance and the journey, in my opinion. But I'm not gonna spoil anything. Did you hear about the Spurs game? What happened in the Spurs game? I didn't. Did the ball deflate? April Fool's video idea ranks 67 movies that the rating on a 6. Oh, yes, definitely. I've run that joke to the ground. Have you seen? No, I want to see that one too. I Love Boosters is on my list too. Are you still going to do the Furious review? I want to. I'll see if I can send that to you, Reed, after the stream. I want to. What if Euphoria finale was in theaters? It probably would have done fine, but I don't know if numbers compared to the others. I don't know if it really needed to be. It was an hour and 30-minute episode, wasn't it, though? Would have been a movie. Have you seen the trailer for the new Stuntman game? You know what? I didn't even know those were games. I did not know those were a thing, and now I'm really pumped for that. I'm going to have to look up the original, like, PlayStation 2. But yeah, let me look it up. Is there... I never had heard of these games. I was more of a Burnout kid. I like Burnout on the PlayStation 2. That was my thing. What was it? Stuntman game trailer. Or is it Stuntman? Stuntman Hollywood announced. But I guess there was old ones. And I guess the premise of it is you get to replay games from... Oh, not replay games. Replay moments from movies. So let's see here. There's some stuff going on. Let me see. Like, so there's gonna be a Fast and Furious level where you redo the train scene. There was a Back to the Future level here, which that alone immediately buying just for the Back to the Future level. But you get to be in the DeLorean and you have to race to, like, you know, get back to your time. I think that's kind of cool. I've never heard of these games, but I want to play it now. What is your favorite game of all time? Ooh, well, Crash Bandicoot 2 on the PlayStation. I love the Crash Bandicoot games. That's just my joy. That's my life. Not Mario Galaxy and Smash Bros. I do like. I like the 2 Last of Us games. The Uncharted series. I need to get into God of War. I haven't done that, but the classic Crash Bandicoot just because of the warmth it brought me as a child. Did you finish Bonanza? I actually played. I haven't finished it, but I gotten deeper into it, and it is really good. Who do you think is popping up for the post-credit scene for Sonic 4? I'm guess Silver. Yeah, Silver would be my guess too. Who's the character you've been waiting for to come in the MCU? In the MCU, oh, they've done everybody. I don't think there's anyone left that I would want. They've done most of everyone I would have wanted in the MCU. I guess I would like to see Peter's version of a Doc Ock or Green Goblin, but I don't know if that'll happen. I think Brand New Day will end with Peter dying either through Scorpion or Tombstone. It would lead to Peter getting the Black Suit in Secret Wars. Yeah, people are mentioning that. I could definitely see them doing that, but that'd be a crazy ending of him just dying. When will we get a Marvel Spider-Man 3 announcement? Everybody thought it was going to happen here. I think they're just going to wait for the stuff with Wolverine to go through, have that happen, and then once Wolverine's out for like a month or two, then we'll start getting announcements for that. You have gotten me through toughest times, life. Thank you. Keep up the great work. Congrats on the little one. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And I'm glad my content can bring you joy. There should be a Nikki walk around character at Halloween Horror Nights. That would be kind of funny with a One Wish Willow handing them out. Did you see Josh Gad said he's returning in Wonder Man season 2? No spoilers. Do you think Disclosure Day will get a sequel? No. I can understand why people think that with the way it ends and all that, but it's a one and done. It's not the kind of thing that explores more, or it's even about that. It's about the journey and the questions it asked about if the world knew aliens were real. It's not the kind of movie that would get a sequel. Do you think Marvel will drop the Doomsday trailer when Avengers Endgame releases in theaters in September? That would be such a long way. I'm expecting the Doomsday trailer by Spider-Man time. The week of Spider-Man, around Spider-Man, that's when I'm expecting it, y'all. I got IMAX tickets for the Odyssey. Well, I want the IMAX popcorn bucket for the Odyssey. But congrats. Did you know that Indy already used to be a gamer? Yeah, I did see all that stuff. That's awesome, and that's so cool for her. I love that. I love that. And there's a lot of great clips of her playing. It's very funny. Uses a lot of Spanish in her play, which I think is hilarious. Any good news stories about Emilio? He's just a wonderful, beautiful boy, and he's growing every day. I'm very happy and lucky to see it all. I love it, man. I just finished BB for the first time. What are your top 5 favorite episodes? Mine? Oh, Breaking Bad. Okay. Ozymandias finale, Sunset, Grilled, Face Off. Those are some good ones. Bogdan. I'm trying to think of like I think the episode after somebody close to Jesse. Oh no, okay. The episode where Matt Damon looking like Jesse Plemons, the way when it opens on him doing whenever like a kid catches them at the train. I'm trying not to be spoiler free for people who haven't seen it, but the opening of that and the course of that episode I really like too. Any news on the Bendy movie? Nothing more than what we've already known, buddy. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I'm sure we'll get something new eventually. Movies that made you cry. Click, dude. Click made me cry too. That was such an unexpected movie to make me cry when I first watched it. I was not expecting Click to be a tearjerker, and yet I was jerking tears. So Click, Toy Story 5 did it. My rewatch of Toy Story 4 did it. Castaway with Wilson. Wilson, I'm sorry, Wilson. Marley and Me. Anything with a dog, really. I'm trying to think of like other recent ones. Even the first time I watched James Gunn's Superman and that ending, that got me teary-eyed, but that's because I knew I was going to be a father, and so it was like different for me because it was like Superman seeing his childhood, and to me it was like seeing my future with my son. So that really hit me. Oh yeah, the Iron Claw, that one hit hard. Yep. Will you review the first 7 Fast movies for Fast 11? If the movie ends up getting made, I'm gonna have to. For family. Does your family watch The World? Yeah, they do. They're all watching it. I have a group chat with cousins and other family members, and then they're just sending nothing but memes and jokes of the World Cup, and I'm just like, hey, what? How about the World Bowl? No response from anybody. Just saw Spider Noir interview where Nick Cage was originally going to play Sam Raimi's Green Goblin. Yeah, I saw that. I did not know Nick Cage was up for that. That would have been so insane and legendary to see. But in the end, Willem Dafoe was the right choice. But I don't think Nick Cage would have been bad. As much as I love Willem Dafoe, and I think he's still the better choice, I think Nick Cage would have been awesome in it, and it would have been pretty memorable. Top 10 cringe tros you've ever done. Oh, dude, 10? Why you gotta give me such a long? It could be like 5 or 3, buddy. 10 is such hard, but it's mainly all the Spider-Man ones. That's when I was just like max creativity and what I could do with them. Some of the recent ones I've been doing, I've been having fun. I'm trying to think of one at Toy Story, but I'm having such a hard time thinking of something funny for Toy Story. But it's basically all the Spider-Man ones I've done. Those have been the ones. It's hard to think about because like sometimes you guys will play on the Reddit a cringe throw, and I will have no memory of making it. Like I, because if you go to my channel, it says I have over 1,000 videos made. And in the early days, I was making a cringe throw for every video. So I just like it's like literally it's like I made that. I don't even remember doing that. Any predictions for the Batman 3? I hope it happens. I think it's definitely going to be the Joker movie. That one, it has to be. You throw the Joker in the universe, he's eventually going to be part of Batman's um obstacle. So I think that's my theory. You think Matt gets his Batman trilogy before DCU? I hope so. If anything, I think James Gunn wants to speed run and finish that so he can start with his Batman stuff. But yeah, Chris, you skipped my super chat. Which one is it, man? Official super icon. No, we talked about it. Was it this one? We talked about it. Do you think Marvel will drop the Doomsday trailer? No, we talked about it. Y'all just be patient, man. It's coming. It's coming. I don't skip it. I don't skip it. Backrooms, spoiler live, talk could have done well for you. I mean, yeah, those other ones did really great. I didn't think about doing it, and it was honestly already a hectic weekend, but hey, we'll kick them back up for Spider-Man and all these other movies, but yes. But honestly, I'm very happy with the views on the regular and spoiler video. Those were some pretty nice things of you guys showing up, so thank you for that. Will you ever do a crossover with Doom Blazer? I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I like Doom Blazer. I just don't do many crossovers. I need to figure out some sort of method to do more collabs on the channel. Do you think The Odyssey will be the highest R-rated movie? Possibly. We have to see the quality of it. We have to see. Can you sing Billie Jean? Billie Jean's not my love. She's just the girl who claims that I am the one. But is not my love. And that's how we're going to end today's stream. Thank you guys so much for being here and being part of this stream. A live stream with John Flickinger, I would love to do that. I love the flick picks. Maybe that. Maybe I'll do like once a month I'll throw in a live stream with somebody else on Sundays. Maybe that's an idea I can do. But we'll reminisce. We'll see. Either way, love your faces. Love everything you do. You guys are awesome. Don't forget to brush your teeth. Say hi to your mom, your dad. And you know what? Get yourself something nice this weekend because I said so. Love you all. Take care of one another. Until next time, what if Breaking Bad finale hit theaters? It would have done numbers. Adios, guys. Adios.